Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, I hope you're doing well wherever you are on this Saturday or Sunday, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well and things are going well for you, whatever you're doing or whatever you're doing in life. Karibuni sana for another session. I'll be here for an hour or so. An hour max. Might go past it or I might end before an hour mark. The hours with it. I can't even speak. Karibuni. Karibuni, anyway. Karibuni, if it's your first time here, my name is Kenyan Revolutionary. I speak about Kenyan politics and anything related to it. Okay? The personalities, the politics, and the surrounding, while global matters that also relate to Kenya, okay? All that affects Kenya, okay? If I can only fix my microphone. Karibuni sana. Karibuni sana. My request today is if you're just joining me, if you got the notification, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you're already subscribed. Like it, share, comment, do all the good stuff. Karibu sana Gypsy Con, nice seeing you. Again, if it's your first time and you haven't subscribed, I know some people have been having trouble getting notification about my live, so please make sure you go and hit that bell. So, because that bell is what will bring you mail. No, I'm just joking. That bell is what will actually tell you when I go live or whatever is going on. Greetings, my friends, chief niggas. Hi, jamani. Hey, ulipotea kweli kweli. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see that you're live. Tumevuka mwaka mpya. We are still alive. Ruto hajatumaliza. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Yes, I saw that. It was 5 actually. It was 5, Gypsy. It was 5, not 8. Liverpool game was 8, not. But karibu. Let's get started. Anyway, I'll start by the news of the day and what's going on. Then I will get to the meat and potatoes of the issue of the day. Okay. Basically, I want to explore why reasons as to why Ruto is still surviving. Why is he still hanging on onto the presidency? Okay, what keeps him in that office? We understand that the majority of Kenyans do not like him, do not fancy him. They know he's a liar, but why is he still? Sitting at that chair as the head of state in the executive branch of government? Same thing can be argued with the parliamentarians and judicial system too. Some judges are corrupt. We know they're corrupt, but they're still sitting there. Okay, we'll explore those questions and dig deep and see why these people are still in power. By the way, friend who is still here, still going strong. Very good. I'm glad that you're still going strong. Tumevuka mwaka mpya and we are staying strong and we shall not be intimidated. Vile vibes Katela anasema, no boy can intimidate me. Ama jamaa wanajaribu kutuhaka, wanajaribu kufanya nini, wanajaribu kunini, sisi hatuachi, tutaendelea na kazi mzuri, okay? Ani pia namuona hapo amefika. Na waona leo umeingia. Aya, sijui nianze wapi jamani. Nasikia joto hapo. Hey. Aya. Karibuni. Tafadhali, mkae mstari wa mbele. Ani mkae mstari wa mbele. Hello. Chief Negus mkae mstari wa mbele. Gypsy Kona mkae mstari wa mbele. Anybody who's watching, please, mnajua the first order, hata kabla hujaona ni video ni juu yako. Ama kama juu video ni nini, dunga yo like mara moja. Dunga. Mkae mstari wa mbele jamani. Aya, sawa. Basi, I want to start with something that I just saw. There's news clip that I saw and I was like, what? Tuanze? Aya, if only I can get this thing to run. Just give me a second. Grab a seat, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, guys. All right, let me get started here. Let me grab a seat, ladies and gentlemen. Grab a popcorn. We'll be here for a while, an hour or so. So tafadhali, make yourself comfortable. Vuta kiti na popcorn na mukae na I will be highlighting your comments too. Okay, let's get started. Here's the first news of the day, which I found was very hilarious. And I'll tell you why this thing was not hilarious, but interesting. Let me just be very careful with my words here. Careful. All right, let's just listen to this news clip, then I will renew. Tutaingia kwa mada yenyewe, bado tunaingia tu kwa ile kwa appetizer. Okay, hatujaingia kwa ile main meal. Appetizer mwanzo. Ama namna gani? Sawa, tuanze. Here it is. This is the first issue.
Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has called on people from his Nyanza backyard, I beg your pardon, tonight, to remain united and not to fragment, even as his hopes of clinching the African Union Commission chairmanship draw closer. Odinga has asked his region to remain calm and peaceful and always consult each other as one people. He spoke in Nyangera area of Yimbo, Siaya County, during the burial of his cousin Paul Richard Odia. Okelo, Ibrahim Karanja with the details.
With only a couple of weeks left before he knows whether or not he will be packing his bags to now operate from Addis Ababa as the chairperson of the AUC Commission, Raila Odinga was in the Nyanza region where he attended a burial ceremony for one of his cousins. Here, the journey ahead remaining clear, with the former ODM boss asking his people to maintain calm and live in peace and harmony, regardless of how the elections pan out. He said that in the unfortunate event he is not successful, he will be back to do the many things that require to be done in Kenya. Aside from his continental bid, he also dived into local matters, once again speaking about abductions, reiterating his earlier call for an end to the vice by end of 2024. Taking a swipe at impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and his infamous call for traps laid around State House meant to stop him. Siaya Senator Dr. Uhuru Kenyatta, who is Odinga's elder brother, also taking on Gachagua's team that has been crying against abductions, reminding them of their silence when the same violence was meted on the Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya coalition supporters during their protests in 2023, equally roping in civil societies into the mix.
These same people, just the other day, they were celebrating when our boys were shot in Kibera, our boys were shot in Kawangware, our boys were shot in Embakasi, our boys were shot and killed everywhere in Nairobi. And we mourned them. There was a mass funeral here in Bondo. It is as if the lives of people from this area does not matter. It is two wrongs don't make a right. But you cannot shout on abductions and you do not shout on the killings.
Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.
Okay, there's quite a lot to unpack from that news clip. Let's let me start with Oburu, then I'll go to Raila's matamshi yake, okay? Karibu sana, karibu sana, karibu sana. No, upper conversation is just funny, but I'll try to stay focused. You guys are funny. But anyway, Oburu Odinga is trying to tell us that our boys from our area, when they die, nobody cares about them. That's just a total baloney, okay? Because if there's anyone who actually betrayed their followers, it's none other than Raila Odinga. He promised these young men. That's why they actually went out there to protest. He promised them that ataenda alete gharama ya maisha chini. He'll tell Ruto to bring the gharama ya maisha chini. He told them that he will go to, the server will be open. He told them that ataenda State House, anaingia ikulu, and none of that came to fruition. Instead, we saw him with Obasanjo having a press conference. The next thing you know, he's in Museveni's farm somewhere with a bunch of cows. They're meeting. They're having the three of them are having a meeting talking about he's going to AU. And, story ya ninio. Story ya gharama ya maisha, opening the server, electoral justice, kura imeibiwa, just ended like that after he just mentioned that he's going to AU. So, hiyo story ya sijui ati watu wa kutoka wa hii area ndo makufa, please stop it, Oburu Odinga, stop it. Where is Mabri? I can't see Mabri. I keep on here. I don't know if Mabri's there. Greetings Mabri. Greetings, I see you. Okay, karibu sana. Karibu sana. Nice seeing you. Now, let's get to Raila's matamshi. What I find interesting in this, remember, this is what Raila said. He said, in the event that he does not win the AUC seat, please, watu wa Nyanza province, relax, mukae kwa amani. Do not react. Stay calm. It's okay. I'll be back and I will be dealing with issues of this country. So I will not be going anywhere. It's not a bad thing. If I lose, it's okay. People just calm down. Now, I think that's an interesting statement because for somebody who's running for a seat, you should be exuding a confidence in your chances. You should be acting as if this thing, you're going to take it. Now, I'll tell you why this man is a little bit is worried. I'll tell you why Raila Odinga is worried a little bit. Nitakwambia kwa nini huyu jamaa kuna wasiwasi kidogo. I'll get to the matter. Msijali, hii ni warm up. Tunaingia. Mimi naambia mambo ni hii siasa ni tamu kweli kweli. Haya, angalieni hapa. I want you guys to watch the screen. Look at the screen very carefully and msome vizuri, okay? Mnasikia? Msome screen vizuri, muniambie mambo yanaendelea namna gani hapa. All right, this is K24. That was Ninio. Mnaona hapo kwa screen? Tafadhali mjaribu msaidie kusoma. Tafadhali. Labani, I'll come to you later. Okay. Inasema AUC election home stretch. Djibouti candidate confident of victory over Raila Odinga. That's the report. Not only that, I retweeted some of his name is Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. For those of you who don't know, he's the AUC candidate. He's a candidate for the AUC chair, which is coming up on February. His name is Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. I saw his tweet and I kind of retweeted it because I felt this guy is he's confident. Charlie Ako confident. It sounds like he knows something that we don't know, unlike Raila Odinga. Okay, so there's a stark difference between these two main candidates. Now let's go to other news. Can you guys see the screen? Mnaona screen kidogo? Ama ni mimi peke yangu? Tafadhali. Mkae chonjo, mkae mstari wa mbele. Okay, so here it is. So apparently there's something going on in Kampala today. Is it today or yesterday or whatever the case is? There's an event up there that has to do with agriculture, something agriculture. Somebody tell me about that agriculture. Remind me. It's called, the acronym is CAADP. I know it's something African agriculture or something. Somebody tell me about it if you know something about it, okay? But anyway, here is the Djibouti candidate. I'm getting bad though. Tafadhali, mukae kumstari wa mbele. I'm just ile appetizer. Tutaingia kwa main mada. Sawa. All right. Yes. Nitawekea link penye Nyagaka. Nipatie dakika hivi 15 nitoe kwa kifua alafu nitawafungulia uwanja mwingine na mniambia mambo yote. Sawa? Shukran kabisa. Na tafadhali msiharibu wakati hit that like mkae mstari wa mbele. Hit that like button. Na kabla huja subscribe. Okay. So Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, who is a Eritrean AUC candidate, this is what he wrote earlier in his tweets. So he tweeted, there he is in his he's in Kampala, and he tweeted saying, in Kampala for the past couple of days to attend the AU summit on agriculture. The new 10 strategy will be adopted for the CAADP. Somebody find out what the CAPD na mniambia hapo kwa chat, what does that stand for? I know it has something to do with the African agriculture or something. I don't even know. Okay. Yeah. Then 9 hours ago, he retweeted again. He said, you have all seen the outcome of the debate of the 13th December. Listen to me very carefully. Please. Mnanisikia vizuri. Look at the screen. He wrote this. He tweeted. I don't know if he's the one who wrote it or his handlers. But regardless, hizi ndio vitu zinafanya Raila Odinga na shiko na baridi. That's why he's saying what he's saying. He wrote, you have all seen the outcome of the debate of the 13th December. I am ready to shoulder the responsibility. Let us have a dream for Africa and make it come true together. Mnanisikia? You have all seen, and to remind, you guys saw the debate. I was here. I tried to be as objective as possible. I reviewed the debate. We all watched it here for those of you who are here. And I saw, from my perspective, it was very clear that Mahmoud Ali Yusuf was the best debater in that panel. Okay, like I said, Raila Odinga performed okay. He did the bare minimum. Okay, and the other person from I think I forgot where that Mauritius, I think, or something like that. He was basically, that third person was actually mirroring or echoing what Raila Odinga was saying. Very generic, nothing really substantive or substantive in their response. And I mentioned that Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, the Eritrean candidate, he went in depth into explaining how the AU works and why it's not working and what needs to be addressed, so forth. And he laid out a clear picture of what he intends to do if he was to be voted as the AUC chairperson, okay? I made that in you. So he probably knows, he understands that he won that debate. It was clear as day and night. I mean, if you didn't see it that way, that's fine. But I would say you have to be biased not to have seen this, okay? That's why you see 9 hours ago, he tweeted and say, as you can see right there, okay? You have all seen the outcome of the debate of the 13th December. I am ready to shoulder the responsibility. Let us have a dream for Africa and make it come true. And after that tweet, you saw a lot of news media outlets in Kenya and Twitter sphere are now picking up on this, and they're writing about the confidence that this Eritrean candidate have of winning the AUC seat. And Raila, in response, in that funeral in Siaya County, is basically preparing his people for a possible loss. I think the writing is on the wall. He's telling them, hey, in case I lose, calm down, people of Siaya, Nyanza, whatever the case is, wafuasi wangu mupoe. If I lose, it's okay. I'll be back and I'll be handling easy siasa za TB and Tabam, okay? So he's basically mentally preparing his followers, telling them, like, listen, I might not get this victory. Now, mada ya leo. I'll put the link, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a second. I'm about to nitawekea link mwingine na msema mambo. Yeah. Okay. I'll come to mambo ya Fala Maalim na mambo ingine, okay? Now, the second part, which is connected, we had Oscar Sudi and Fala Maalum. They're continuing with their kiburi, as you have seen. I think most of you heard what Oscar Sudi said today. Oscar Sudi basically was very arrogant in his speech. Let me just play it for you so you can get a glimpse of what I'm talking about. Here it is. Nitamaliza dakika moja alafu
ameenda kwa miaka. Hiyo maneno ya kusema sijui must to go, hakuna kwenye tunaenda, na msikie vizuri. Na nataka nirudie hapa. Hii Kenya hakuna rais ameenda kwa miaka 5. Kwani huyu ndiye atakuwa wa kwanza? Kama tunafanya nini? Kama tumelala wapi? Kama nini imefanyika? Kwani hii Kenya ni yenu? Mjue William Ruto aende mahali. Makawagas. Mja kana vijata wale. Mumulidia rabu. Matengalia hapa anawalia. Maka moyo wake so utebi kingira ngagumia lake bakajelini.
Nasikia hapo. One more time. One last time.
Hiyo maneno ya kusema sijui must to go, hakuna kwenye tunaenda, na msikie vizuri. Na nataka nirudie hapa. Hii Kenya hakuna rais ameenda kwa miaka 5. Kwani huyu ndiye atakuwa wa kwanza? Kama tunafanya nini? Kama tumelala wapi? Kama nini imefanyika? Kwani hii Kenya ni yenu? Mjue William Ruto aende mahali. Makawagas. Mja kana vijata wale. Mumulidia rabu. Matengalia hapa anawalia. Maka moyo wake so utebi kingira ngagumia lake bakajelini.
Okay. So, I will make my point very quickly. Alafu nitawaingiza niwaeke link muingie na mtoe maoni yao yenu ama namna gani? Sawa. Here's the thing that I want you to get very clearly, and I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but I'll say it because I think the biggest struggle here is to emancipate our brothers and sisters intellectually, so they can discern on or have a clear view of how the Kenyan politics works. Okay, why do I say this? There are people who they are blinded by their parochial view of the world. Okay, there are people who still will sit here and tell you that they think Martha Karua is the best candidate. They think Raila Odinga is the best candidate to become president. They think Ruto deserves second chance. They think Uhuru Kenyatta should become prime minister. It should be changed. They think Omtata will make a good president. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I want you to understand something, how this the structural makeup of how Kenyan politics works, okay? That's why I'll tell you how they've fortified it and why it's very hard for people to go out in the streets and do what happened in Mozambique and in what's that country in Asia, karibu na India, Bangladesh, okay? The reason why we do not have the reason why we do not have a popular revolution, okay? Now, understand the hierarchy of the setup, structural setup of Kenya. Okay? There's the colonialists. Kenya is still under the rule of the West. That's just a fact. You can, if you want to debate that, then this is not a class for you. Your class is way down the hallway. Please go to that class 101. Then you'll get to understand why we are here. Okay, that's a beginner's class. But anyway, the ventriloquists are the West. The puppets are these people we call the political elites. Ruto, Raila, Kalonzo, Uhuru Kenyatta. These are the main four people who are up there, okay? Those are the main four people, okay? Then there's another class behind them, just below them, okay? The minions, the useful idiots, the cretinous folks that carry out their work. There's the Martha Karuas, there's Okiya Mtata, Musalia Mudavadi, all these busybodies, okay? Those are the third tier of rulership. Then there are the busybodies, the flavor of the months, the Kalumas, the Babu Owinos, the Matiangis, see what I'm saying? The people who are in government, especially these MPs and senators, the Sifunas, okay, the Kalumas. These are the people who are in the government, okay? Koome. Yeah, you get my drift. There are people those are the people who are holding public offices who take their instructions directly from the Uhuru Kenyatta's, the Raila Odinga's, and Kalonzo Musyoka. I'll give you case in point, and Ruto, okay? Case in point. Every time we have a serious constitutional issue that needs to be adjudicated on, the judges will always rule in favor of the ruling class, okay? For example, the finance bill. You saw what the finance bill, the ruling about that. If you follow these things, you know what I'm talking about. Where, in fact, they had it was a single opinion, basically. In Supreme Court, usually, there's those who, don't agree and those who agree, but they write their opinions and they usually explain why they agree or disagree on the matter, okay? But in this finance bill 2023 that they ruled on, they only have a single ruling. They were all in agreement, which is, number one, a red flag. Number two, when it comes to presidents, then if there's a disputation about electoral justice or who won the elections, okay, you will see that the Supreme Court will always side with the political elites, what they want. Okay, right? Yes. So here it is. This is the setup. So these three folks that are four people who are the four horsemen, evil horsemen, Kalonzo, Raila, Uhuru, Ruto, they're playing this game with Raila being the control opposition and the rest of these dimwits, they kind of play this game of musical chairs, okay? This year I'm the president, you're the president next, you'll be on, you see what I'm saying? That's how they play it. Then there's the minions who have been traded here next. Today they'll be opposition. Tomorrow they'll be in the government. And that's how they play it, okay? Now, there's also a level below the useful idiots, okay? Remember, on the top, there's the colonialists, then the four political elites, then below the useful idiots, then there's the, I call them amboch. These people who are in government and they are doing their bidding. They are taking instruction from these four political elites. Okay. Then there's another level below that. These are the pseudo-revolutionaries, fake activists, corrupt lawyers. Okay. These are all levels that protect and make sure that the system, this corrupt system, is in place. Remember, these guys are not ruling by the Constitution. These people rule to maintain this status quo, which is Kenya being a colony of the West. Okay? Okay? To maintain that. Ani wacha kunichekesha. Okay? I hope you get the idea. Okay? So anyway, so here is how the game is being played. Here is how this game is being played. You see the people the grassroots people ambao wanaona hii mchezo wa town inaendelea. Oh, by the way, there's also another level, the level which is the media level, which is wakina NTV and all this, who push this propaganda, the radio stations, whatever. Let me explain something to you. The reason why Ruto is so worried about our vijana ambao wanatengeneza hizi silhouettes ya Kasongo is because Ruto is losing the propaganda game. Okay? In order to rule, you have to convince people that you're a good leader. But if the overwhelming majority of the people can see through your lies and they're not buying it, and they're flooding the media outlets by exposing how corrupt you are, that's a worry, because NTV, K24, and all these news stations, they do not have the monopoly on what is news or what interests the people. Kitambo tulikuanga na KBC or VOK, you wake up and unasikia Rais Moi amefanya hivi, momonyoko wa udongo, ametengeneza sijui nini, and we believed it because we only had one. So even if Daniel alikuwa na hijack watu, Moi was hijacking people, where people wana disappear, tulikuwa na uoga because we don't know where these people were taken, we don't know when they did it, where information too, it's through rumors and murmurs. Watu wanaogopa. Fear was there because the information that you received from the radio stations and the TV was controlled. Okay? But the problem is now for Ruto and others that came after, especially Kibaki regime, is that he does not have control on the information the people receive. These young folks are expressing themselves in numbers, huge numbers, and they're actually writing the narrative. They are deciding what the narrative is. Ruto ni Kasongo, Ruto ni Mwongo, Ruto ni Muaji, Ruto ni whatever. You see what I'm saying? They do not have the control of that. All right. That's the first layer that Ruto has already is losing. That's why you see watu kama Murkomen, who is now the whatever for what is it? Interior, is threatening these young folks because they understand that they've lost control of the information wars, info wars. And I'm not talking about Alex Jones for those of you who are here. So, all right. So that's the first layer that Ruto is suffering from. Now, the second one, we all understand if you lose the information war, because since they've lost the information war, these young folks are exposing these politicians as being corrupt, the conmanship by the Raila Odingas, the atrocities that has been committed against the people, the corruption, Izoma disappearance, so forth, so forth. You see what I'm saying? Which is making these people irrelevant. It's laughable. Ndio maana nasema hata Raila akirudi akishindwa AUC and it starts running in 2027, who will actually look at him in the eye and say nitakupigia kura? Who will take him seriously? Because we all know the game. Same thing with Ruto. How can he come in 2027 and go to Nyeri and address the people of Central Kenya na waambia ati haya saa mimi munipigie? I mean, who will sit there and listen to him and believe him actually? Hata akienda Kisumu or whatever the case is. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because they've already lost the information war, the info wars. They don't control the narrative. And that's what they're fighting right now. That's why you know kina Ichungwa na Murkomen are threatening that. That's why they hack into people who are vocal like this channel. Because they're losing the info war. Okay? They don't have control. That's a big deal. Now, the reason why we are having trouble, and I'll put the link in 5 minutes. The reason why we are having so much, we're having a hard time to have people, majority of Kenyans, to go to the streets, to convince them to go to the streets, and watoe Ruto through a popular revolution, which is in the constitution, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades. I don't have to convince you about how if that's legal or not. It's in the constitution. Article 1 makes it very clear that the people have the ultimate power, okay? So, here it is. The problem is there are still pockets of people who think this system still favors them. Why? Because the games that Ruto is playing, they're buying into the nonsense, the narrative. Oh, you know what? Wale watu wa Mount Kenya ndio shida. Oh, you know what? Sisi watu wasijui Nyanza hatujakuwa kwa serikali. Wacha hata sisi tukue kwa serikali. You see what I'm saying? They're still playing into something that has been deep-seated for years, that was planted by Kenyatta 1, Moi, Kibaki, Uhuru, and now Ruto, which is siasa ya ukabila. It's a very strong scourge that is ailing us politically that we'll have to confront. So some people are still stuck there. That's why it's hard to convince them, to tell them, hey, listen, the system is not working for you. Hao watu wamejipanga wa rule Kenya according to their own system. See constitution mnaambiwa kwa sababu if the constitution really works, then Gachagua should still be the vice president, at least if they, I'm just saying. So that's why I'm saying, the fight now is to make people understand. And it's happening because I even saw the people of Wasingishu district or Uko Rift Valley. They are actually holding their governors accountable for the corruption that's happening. So that's a good sign. It's one thing to blame this and this and that, but hata huko mashinani wanaona they're starting to see especially it's the young folks who are getting this information. Wale wazee, they are looking at akikula ni sawa. But the young folks who are getting this information, not only relying on K24, NTV or KTN or whatever, wana interact na wewe kwa Twitter and these Twitter spaces and all this stuff. So they're getting this information and they can discern, they can see what's real and what's not. And that's what's liberating the people. But it is taking time. And guess what? The Oscar Sudis are not helping Ruto in this struggle. That's why I'm saying Ruto might not even get to 27. But if we do get to 27 and we have a sham elections, if things go by the way it is going, like I said yesterday, we might have to face something similar to 2007. And it will be unfortunate. Anyway, I'll stop there. Let me put some Ninio. Let me put some link up for anybody who wants to come in and give their 2 cents or 3 cents or 5 cents, whatever they want to speak. Mabri, I saw Mnyagaka wanted to say something. I'll get it there so you can see it. So ukaingia uko useme. The link ndio hiyo hapo. Mkae mstari wa mbele, mweke like hapo, share, like, comments na hiyo mambo mengine. But yeah, mwingia hapo as I continue. Okay? So this whole makelele unaona wakina Murkomen Nchungwa na Oscar Sudi wanapiga, it's because they're losing the information war. Okay? These people are losing. Alfred Mutua, what is this guy? CS Mutua was somewhere. I don't know where. Mutua was somewhere and I don't know. He wants to unite the Kamba Nation and he wants to work with Kalonzo and others because kila mtu anajipanga. Everyone is in 2027. Like I say, all these people are full of it. If you look at everyone who's running for presidency right now or wants to run for presidency, they're all, hold on. Let me get keep mengia. Let me, okay. Here it is. Right. There's Kip. Just give me a second, people. Let me play this video, then I will get you in and get your view on whatever you want to speak about. All right, Alfred.
My dream would be for me to have a meeting with the leaders, together with Kalonzo Musyoka, Mudhama, and all the other senior leaders of Ukambani. Hiyo uongozi unataka hekima na unataka pia unyenyekevu. Tukumbuke ya kwamba sisi wote tumeumbwa na Mwenyezi Mungu na sisi wote tumepewa jukumu la kuwasaidia wananchi. Kama ukiwa kiongozi, lazima kiongozi aachane na kiburi, lazima kiongozi anyenyekee, lazima kiongozi afanye kazi na viongozi wengine, kila mtu na uhusishe wengine. Mimi katika formula yangu ya uongozi, mimi sinapatia kila mtu heshima. Hautasikia nimesimama mahali kumtukana kiongozi yoyote. Hii tabia mbaya ya viongozi kutukanana. Wanaita waheshimiwa lakini wakati mwingine hawana heshima. Wakatukanana, tukafanya sarakasi mazishi, tukatukanana mpaka watoto wetu wakaangalia wakasema kumbe kutukanana ni sawa, mpaka wakaanza kumtukana rais. Kwa sababu sisi viongozi tumetukana, tumeonyesha kwamba kutukanana ni sawa. Kwa hivyo lazima hata kafikiria familia tupunguze matusi na kutukanana, ndio tuweze kusonga mbele kama jamii ya Kenya, tujenge nchi yetu. Kwa hivyo nasema kwamba sisi kama watu wa hapa Lower Eastern tunataka tuwe na desturi nzuri.
Okay, enough of CS Mutua. He's sending our kids to Saudi Arabia to be mbotch. Karibu Kip, maoni yako of whatever you want to speak about, whether it's Fala Maalum, Oscar Sudi or yoyote iko kwa kifua. Toa. Tugul.
Water. Tugul kabisa.
Tugul yote.
Mtu mwenye alinyang'anywa bibi na Juliana utakuja kuniambia nini? If you can't even keep your wife, unanyang'anywa bibi asubuhi. Kwani wewe ni nani?
Aya, Fala Maalum.
Maalum. I think you saw his statement. Ruto will remain in office until 2032, and when his term ends, I will amend the constitution. Kama nani? Implement the parliamentary system, bringing him back as prime minister. Alisema tu jana, yesterday. Uko kwetu. So this thing I'm just seeing the whole. I think you know Putin's history. He's been president and prime minister for over 25 years, since 1999. Anataka kuendelea mpaka 2036. You know, this year is Russian elections. So
yo Putin ameshinda.
That is how we are heading as Kenyans, if we don't get rid of this guy.
But you know what?
Yeah, go on.
I don't mind inaitwaje benevolent dictatorship. I mean, if you look at it, Ibrahim Traore's, that system is not democratic by any means, but he delivers, right? Even Putin.
Putin doesn't deliver. Let's just go look. Let's look around Africa. Look at the Rwandan president. Isn't he delivering? He's not as bad as but he's not as bad as what we have here in Uganda. The guy at least gives his people some cheese. You know, at least it's better than it was before.
Not if you ask the Hutus.
Okay, let's not go there. Let's stick with Traore dancing with the. Did you see the video of him dancing reggae?
Yes, I did. Reggae, yes. Yes. Yes.
He dances on the street with these people. He buys tractors. Yeah. If the man is there truly to be a leader and lead his people and refuse to greet Ruto because Ruto wants to be king, I still cannot believe he has a palace. Kenya has a palace, you know that?
Yeah, niliona hiyo nyumba yake ya Sugoi. It was impressive. Kuna ingine. Kilgori, sorry. Kilgori vile alikuwa na nini yule, was it president of Ghana? or whatever.
I don't even care, man. That was disgusting, man. When I saw it, I actually thought it was Ghana. I thought that Ruto and Raila went to Ghana. I was like, this is Kenya. Are you kidding me? You've never seen a house like that. It looks like it looks like a palace in the Middle East, man. It looks like a Saudi.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
this is barely 2 years, my friend. 2 years, and this guy has gotten to king. Amekuwa king. If it wasn't for the Gen Zs, you'll still be flying with a private jet. Aliambiwa kako hii kitu ya KQ hapa hii yetu hii chafu.
Well, alitravel na alirudi kwa ndege ya ninio private ile excuse me, ile ya Kenya.
Imagine, so he's still doing some nonsense on us, bana. So that motherfucker, bana, like honestly, 2032, if you guys are willing to wait, and my Luo brothers and sisters, endelea tu kucheza hiyo mchezo. The Kikuyus
Wajaluo watajitokeza. Wajaluo will ditch him soon, especially AU ikienda kombo. I doubt.
Hata ikienda sawa, I just want these four fools to be karango vizuri sasa.
Right.
There isn't enough positions because the mountain elites have taken everything. Umechukua kila kitu and he's receiving nothing. So I think 21 PS positions have gone to the mountain just to try and appease them. And that has gone not even to Gachagwa's team, it's gone to Uhuru's team. So sijui what games he's playing. It's a man he defeated, he's going to help for. It doesn't make sense. Right?
Yeah.
So
maana anasema hao watu kwa club moja. Sorry, go ahead.
They're in the same club. Uhuru, hata kwanza, sometimes we always think that Raila was cornered by Uhuru. Remember, I was supporting Raila. I'm not going to ever forget I made that mistake. Tulikuwa tunasema huyu mtu anakudanganya ba. Wewe mzee ni mjinga sana, because I still think Raila should have been president right now. Because if he was president, now us as the nation, as the people, do you understand? We would make it easier to remove that stupid old man. We have a right to elect an idiot. But Ruto was not elected by the people. We elected the old fool. And now we would have learned our lessons and says, Ebu tutoe jinga hapa. An 80-year-old motherfucker is coming to Atenataka to lead. After what is he going to provide for Africa? Just an honorary job in Aitonga, chairman of AUC. AUC is nothing. Ni kama tu secretary tu. Is nothing.
Wacha nikuulize hii swali kabla sijaita Mabri. Let me ask you this. Tukiweka, let me say, hata tukiweka Raila or Kalonzo, do you think things will change from vile Ruto na ananinio? Because mi usema hivi,
they are cowards.
Ruto is an extension of Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, what varies the degree in which he's doing things? Because he's doing exactly what Daniel alikuwa anafanya, Uhuru. Abductions, all this nonsense, all the blah blah. But Ruto kaipeleka degree nyingine. He took it to another. He's more rapacious than Uhuru Kenyatta. But the crime is the same. Na mimi nasema hivi, hata tukieka nani Raila, I mean, you see how his minions behave. Saizi vile wanini wakina Junet vile wanaongea, Hassan Joe na wamepewa 2 CS positions. Imagine if Raila Odinga is the president. Do you really think these people might govern differently from how Ruto is doing?
No, they're cowards. Because what would happen? No, but it would be easier to remove the stupid fool because he's weak. But his minions are ruthless people, like you've just said. I like the way you put it there. You think Junet Mohammed would not do things in the background like Kibet Farouk to hack
Exactly.
us? There will be guys in the background trying to protect that seat because it's their seat. I think we have a long way to go as Kenyans, because nyinyi hamtaki Martha Karua. I know you hate her. It's fine.
I don't hate her. I just think she's part of the elitist group.
She's not. She's not.
Why do you say she's not? Give me a reason why.
Say I'm with her all the time, bro. Do I look like I hang out with idiots? No.
No. I mean, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. You hang out with her. Okay, from an outsider looking inside.
Yes.
Me naona, I don't see, if I look at her, if I look at her history, how she's never been on the Kenyan side except NAC, when the opportunity, ilifika, alikuwa na opportunity to prove herself to be a patriot. I never saw anything different from what Kalonzo is doing, Raila Odinga is doing. I mean, not to that degree, but it's, I mean, like I said, she's responsible for 2007. She had an opportunity, golden opportunity, to redeem herself. Like Jeff Koinange alimuliza. What? I mean, angesema tu, hey, listen, I messed up. I did this, whatever. Please forgive me. Tuendele mbele. And she failed. She never apologized. She was like, oh, I was following my boss, and I did. That's why I ramped up my anti-Martha Karua rhetoric, because I felt like that was the opportunity and redeem, and I would have actually looked at her different.
No, it's fine.
But
No. It is what it is.
Right.
So, judging from how it's going to be, in my opinion, in future, is tutaungua tena as Kenyans, will burn again.
Yeah.
And it will take another 20 years before we can get a good leader, because the selfishness of all these moids, includes my party leader, they've not groomed some of our, you know how many generations have been skipped by them?
Right.
Gen X, hakuna mtu. Millennials, hakuna mtu.
Gen Z.
Gen Z hakuna watu. There's nobody. No, like if you look at it, these people have been there. All of them have been there since Moi.
Absolutely.
There's no, from Raila, Kalonzo, my party leader, hakuna mwenye ametugroom sisi. We've been skipped. Let's just be frank. The Gen X hawana mtu. Ruto is not a Gen X.
Right.
Shago is not a Gen X.
Yeah.
He's 60. He's turning 60 this year, actually.
Sorry.
So
okay.
I'm just saying, hearing people.
By the way,
I'm finishing.
Yeah.
Murkomen and Sudi. Those people are talking because watafanya ile kitu. They're already planning this IEBC nonsense. They know what they're going to do. Guys, I still keep repeating, ile NADCO report walieka ile ujinga ya mobile voting things.
Yeah.
So we are messed. We're absolutely messed as Kenyans.
I have questions for you, because Martha Karua pia amesema she's throwing herself in the ring 2027, and this time she does not want any coalition. She's not playing the second fiddle.
What for? What for?
What do you mean what for?
What for? Why does she need to do that? Because last time I was there, Raila was refusing to talk to us as NAC Kenya, so that she can have deals with Ruto and the people. This was just literally after elections. Walikataa kushika simu zetu.
Poleni. Shikilia hapo kidogo. Let me involve others, because I can go back and forth with you till 2 hours. You're interesting.
Ngoja, tulikuwa tunasema we are at the gate of State House. Wacha hii maandamano ya Gen Z. Ile maandamano wote walikuwa hapo. We are at the gate. Tulikuwa hapo kwa gate. Tulikuwa hapo State House. Mujama just pulled the rug under us, bana. Like, we're like, what is the old man doing, bana? We need to go for maandamano Wednesday. The Tuesday one was very successful. Let's continue the next day. Oh, yeah, we need to have a break. I'm like, what the fuck? The bombo clat, bana. Pussy wall, man. Like, idiot.
Pole. Aya, usikuwa fara malimu hapo. Mabri karibu, sorry for waiting. Thank you for your patience. Naona Simba Netaya pia ameingia. Mabri nitakupatia dakika mbili, then we flip it to Simba because I haven't heard from Simba Netaya. I'm not sure who it is. But go ahead, give us your submission. 2 minutes left tuende kwa Simba tusikie anasema nini.
Thank you very much. Sijui kama mnanisikia.
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Sasa nisalimie kina Gypsy Kona hapa, naona wamekasirishwa sana mambo ya Matakarua vibaya. But yeah, let me just dive in. Acha niseme hivi, saa hii mambo inaendelea kuchemka, and you only need to observe the patterns ndio ujue mambo inachemka. Few things zimefanyika recently zenye zinakuonyesha Ruto's goose is cooked kabisa. One thing, number one, you remember jana there was the first ever actually ODM meeting. Now some of the deliberations were like ODM MPs should stop endorsing Ruto for 2027, and anybody affiliated to ODM should refrain from making remarks on supporting Ruto, because from the statement they are saying Ruto is a competitor in 2027 because ODM will field a candidate. From that, something else happened. You saw Sudi attacking Kimani Ichung'wa all of a sudden because of the remarks he made sometimes back during time ya nini, hii time ya Bario ya nani, mamake Wetangula, you know.
Yes.
The remarks, it's like he was trying, Sudu was trying to tell Kimani Ichung'wa, please, hiyo nje umeanza kwenda atuitaki, you get, because as from this side we believe in unity, like the governor was elected by the people, the MCA was elected by the people, you know. So let's come back to UDA. You saw like a section of UDA members of parliament give a statement on the abductions being led by Wamushomba, you know. Those are some of the key indicators kukuambia Ruto sahi ako pabaya.
Yeah.
Ukiangalia the remarks which are being said, hata umeona Murkomen sahi ameingia ameanza kupasha sijui Gen Z, sijui akisema ata deal na sisi, you know. Let's angalia what Faramalim said in front of the president. It is like a subject to attack, you know. And like he's being exposed right, left and center. So sahi what they are doing, wanajaribu kuincite the Kalenjin community ni kama there is an attack on their people, you know. Ndio wa unite, ndio Ruto akayako na stronghold, but he's losing it. Actually he is. Those are the key indicators that he's losing it big time.
Yeah. In fact, just like yesterday we discussed vile Oscar Sudi alisema, I was just baffled by what he said, that he basically implying that Wakikuyu, they feel like they are the only ones who can lead. I mean, for him to say that in public, me hata nilishindwa niseme nini. But Simba Netaya, I haven't heard from you. You ni nani? Maybe you've been here before, but karibu sana kwa channel. Please make sure you like, subscribe and do all that good stuff. Karibu sana. Maoni yako namna gani? I'll come back to you guys. Simba, karibu.
Asante sana Kenya Revolutionary. Mimi ni mtu wa kawaida na mimi niko hapa kwa hii mtandao. Akina Kip, akina Mato, hawa ni watu wenye tumetoka na wao mbali na wananijua vizuri. Wanajua msimamo wangu. Baba ni mmoja, baba ni Raila Odinga, yule ambaye ni AU chairman in waiting. Na nafikiria kufikia hapo, I have introduced myself vile.
Sawa.
Wacha nikufunze. Wacha nikufunze na nataka nikuelezee kitu kimoja. Hiyo statement ya ODM wewe endelea kuisoma vile umeiona. Siasa ifanyiwe kwa mtandao. Siasa inapigwa kura ambazo zinahesabiwa kwa debe. Watu wanapiga campaign na lugha ya mama, sio Kiswahili, sio Kiingereza. Wanaongelesha watu na lugha ya mama. Ndio hivyo kura zinatafutwa. Wewe ukiongea mambo ya Sudi anafanya kampeni kwa lugha ya Kalenjin. Anaambia wa Kalenjin mambo yenye anataka na wanamsikiza. So, number one, wacha kudanganya watu hapa eti sijui Ruto, sijui hata mungoje kidogo. Urais, tamu ya rais ni miaka 10 sio 5. Wacha niongee kama Sudi. Tamu ya rais yule mwenye amechaguliwa kwa awamu ya kwanza ni miaka 10. Haya mengine tutayaongea wakati wake. Hii story yote hii ODM inaenda kuungana. Wacha nikwambie kwa ufupi hiyo statement ya umesema ODM na UDA wataform coalition very soon. Ngoja kila chama ifanye elections yake, ndio utaona hii mchezo vile inachezwa. Kwanza saa hizi hao ma-PS wale vijana wote wenye Gachagua aliweka hapo kwa government wote wanarushwa kwa dustbin huko Dandora na hiyo mambo inaisha. Hii ni campaign machinery. Akina Jack kufikirini kutoka Kilifi, huyo ni youth leader wa ODM. Akina David Osiani, hao wanaingia hapo na utaona vile hiyo kitu inafuruga my friend. Hiyo mambo yenye inaendelea hapa kwa mtandao, hakuna mahali inaenda. Mtandao haiko kwa mashambani. Watu wanafanyiwa last mile connection ya stima saa hii. Huyo mtu mwenye hata ana smartphone anatumia mulika mwizi. Alafu huko kwa mtandao unafanya kampeni ya mtandao. Mtashangaa sana. 1987 list ya kurudi kwa Ruto kwa kiti. Hizi siasa zingine zote hizi tusifanye tu hapa kwa hii wakati wenye huwa tunapata hizi ma-wifi safi ama una uwezo wa kununua data. Mtu kufanya kibarua ya shilingi 200, mwambie atoe 100 aweke data, ingia online, achore katuni ya Kasongo post. Hata hiyo vitu watu wanasikia kwa news.
Simba. Haya, naona unawasha moto. Lakini sasa hizi mapati zitafanya uchaguzi namna gani na IBC hatuna? Rais naye hajachagua IBC. Sasa sijui mambo itaendelea aje ama kipu kuna mambo irudi kwa kipa hapo.
What parties?
What are we talking about? Nini kura sifanyi uchaguzi na IBC. IBC haifanyi kura. Political parties are political parties. Hiyo sio general election. Nani tuambiane ukweli.
Simba, shida ya Simba ni kwamba ndio watu walikuwa wanataka hii kitu inaitwa BBI. Now we're beginning to see BBI in full fresh. Whereby hii kitu ya kushare power for what? What are we sharing power for? We don't have an opposing team. Parliament is supposed to oppose things that the executive is bringing garbage. So we are seeing BBI happening. Tomorrow tuna sijui naitwa super CS hapo, huyu ni chief CS. ODM is working with what do you call it? UDA is working with Ford Kenya. So why vote?
Iko na sukari ya kutosha. We are no longer importing sugar and the rest, and SHA inafanya kazi. So mambo ambayo rais anafanya mkubali na mwambie watu kweli. Unadanganya watu. Ambia Wakenya kweli. Our economy is now. Sio ujinga, ni ukweli, kwa sababu hili inalipwa, mbolea watu wanapewa, wanapanda, mahindi wamefuna ya kutosha, watu hawana njaa, hakuna unga ya 200. Ambia watu facts. Hiyo ndio scorecard ya rais mwenye ako kwa uongozi.
Can I dive into this conversation?
Ngoja kidogo. The only fact we have here, huyu ndio sasa Gypsy Corner, huyu ndio mtu sasa wa 527 bob. This is one of them. This is the 527. Amelipokuja hapa kutudanganya hapa kutuambia kwamba the government is working, yet people are starving, yet people are not eating, yet fertilizer mpaka sasa tujapata. Hawa ndio watu wanakuja hapa wanaenda kulamba matako ya Ruto hapa, alafu wanakuja kutudanganya hapa. Stop lying to us. The country is in the country is in turmoil. Just
Mimi
because you follow a
sijawahi
particular
lipa ya
party,
mtu
just because
na mbolea nimenunua shilingi 500, nimepanda, nimefuna, sakiwa, nimerejesta kwa SHA. Mimi ni Mkenya kamili.
Aya, tuliza Simba. Narudi kwa Mabri, but before Mabri, I think this is an interesting question. Though I know Gypsy is being do you think unafikiri Martha can survive in Rift Valley? Will they look at her twice?
Yes.
Aki-campaign?
Okay. Yes. You've answered your
I mean,
yes.
you're more, okay. Keep, where umeshakwa, okay, I know you're from Kenya, we're Kenya, but you've been around the world. Let me just say that, okay? So you might maybe, for whatever reason, huh?
I trust in her. I trust in her, and even if there's nothing we get off it, you have to go with integrity. And I would like to ask the questions. It's like this.
And that's a good way. What appeal that does nini likuguza useme Martha is that person? I guess that's the right question I should ask you.
So for me, I like her because she has a good track record for fighting for democracy, women's rights, and fair governance. I even saw how she worked as Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. She's been constantly an advocate of transparency and accountability. Hata mkisema nini. And when you bring this thing of BAT, yeah, we just want to see, all these allegations need to be verified by evidence. Without solid proof, it's unfair to tarnish somebody's reputation like that. It's not fair. Because every day you always come back with that thing, yeah. It genuinely concerns me that the motives of discrediting her is just that time, and the thing for Kibaki, it just nini amewafanyia nyinyi wa Kenya that you have this absolute bile against this woman who would always, ukimwona kwa TV, she always speaks the truth and fight and speaks for the rights and justice of Kenyans. Historically umemwambia amefanya nini? Sasa mimi nashindonga sasa kwa Gypsy Corner. Shida yako na yeye nini? Amekufanyia nini? I don't understand. How can you compare her to the likes of Raila? Ameshaifanya nini?
We keep hebu peleka hii mambo ya kampeni ya Martha Karua uipeleke huko Kipkorgot ama uende mpaka Tot uone tuhesabu kura zenye. Unajua ambia watu kweli bana. Hivi unajua for one what you are doing, you people you are preparing a set ya wakati na Kikuyu Rift pale, alafu mtarudi hapa mwanza kulia machozi ya mamba. Unajua wewe umesema mimi eti sisi ndio wale tunaramba matako ya Ruto. I don't do that. Mimi siwezi toa matusi. Mimi nitakwambia tu vizuri, enda campaign for Martha Karua huko Kipkorgot ama Tot, alafu kuja hapa utuambie amepata kura ngapi.
And I will keep doing it. And I will keep doing it, Simba. I'll keep doing it. Endelea kulamba matako ya Ruto na ni sawa. And it's fine. Because you want to support somebody that is pro injustice. Somebody who akina Raila, akina Ruto, who are stealing our coffers money. And that is the sort of leaders you have because you have votes. Because the people in the villages have been lied to.
Unajua shida, unajua wewe nani keep shida, wewe unafanya siasa ya mtandao kutoka Marekani. Wewe ukienda pale mashinani uongee, utatolewa mbio, uambie watu ukweli bana.
Wacha nikwambie,
utatolewa mbio ingine yenye hata uwezi.
Nitaendelea kwa sababu karibu niuliwe nikiwa huko Eldoret nikikampeni ya Raila Odinga. I believe in what I say. I believe until you convince me otherwise. Hakuna kitu utaniambia. So I don't understand.
Upande wa Tot maembe inaharibikia kwa mashamba, hakuna hata factory. lakini saa hizi Ruto amepeleka processing factory huko, watu wanapeleka alafu mnaambia watu hata mahali unatoka ujui hata ni development gani inaendelea huko. Watu jana launching ya electricity inaendelea, hiyo hamtaki kuongea. Unaambia watu mambo ya Martha Karua alihusika kwa kuiba kura ambazo zilileta mchafuko Kenya hii, alafu achana na hiyo bana.
Ati apeleke Martha Karua Kipkorgot.
Huyu ni Kipkorgot hapa chini mahali waliba mashamba za Wakalenjin hapa. He's one of those people. Acha ujinga.
Hebu pita hata philosopher uwe hata posta ya Martha Karua huko. Unajua wewe unasema mimi natoka Rift Valley, mimi ndio mwenyeji wa Rift Valley. Sasa wacha nikwambie hii, unajua mimi hata nakuoneanga hapo vitu zenye unaongea hata nashindwa huyu anaambia watu nini. Bana Kip, ongea, ambia watu kweli.
Nani Simba msiataki Kip ako na maoni yake, amependa Martha, tumemuuliza kwa nini amependa Martha na akajieleza. So tusimwataka kwa sababu amependa Martha. Mimi naweza nikataa. Yeah, that's fine, but yeah, ni sawa.
Because he's telling me Shisha is working because he's following somebody who's stealing from us. Sasa niambie hii Shisha ilikusaidia aje? Just tell me. I want to hear from him. Imesaidia Wakenya gani? This Shishi thing.
Sikiza basi, wacha nikwambie, sio mimi na sitaki nijiwekee ugonjwa. Mtoto wa asisi yangu alienda akafanyiwa operation, hakulipa hata shilingi moja. Evidence yenye ninakuambia hapa, si Wakenya wagani? Kwani unataka kila mtu awe mgonjwa wewe? Wewe ni mtu wa aina gani?
Leo kweli mlikunywa, sijui mlikunywa ndimu. Haya, namuona Njeri hapo ameingia, sijui wacha nipatie Njeri kidogo nafasi kabla sijamleta Mabri. Naona Kip, nitakupatia nafasi, mpatie tu. I was trying to protect you, nasema hata kama I personally do not support Martha, but I give you the right to speak about her and tell us more about her. Hapa ni demokrasia. Njeri, Irene Njeri, karibu sana. Toa maoni yako, how you see it from what you've heard and what you want to toa kwa kifua. Endelea. Mnanisikia ama mimi ndio nimeninio? Haya.
Jerry are commuted. Maybe you should
unmute. Wacha ni mute basi. Jerry unmute. Sasa sijui hata, I don't know. Haya, Mabri ulikuwa na kitu ya kusema bado kabla Njeri ingie. She's working on a mute yake. Uliambia Mabri ukusikia press conference vizuri. Wewe ulisikia mambo yako according to Simba. Hebu tueleze, wewe ulisikia mambo gani? Ukae mstari wa mbele yani.
It all depends. The information is clear. It all depends unasikiza ukiwa wapi na vile unataka kuisikia. Acha nikwambie, I find it very confusing. Simba kusimama hapa akituambia tuambiane ukweli, and then he goes ahead and says at the term of the president is 10 years. Lie number one. The second thing, kama someone like an MP like nani anaitwa aje huyo MP mwenye ongea ni kama amechizi. Yeye mwenyewe ameissue ultimatum, amesema like in 2 months kama sha itakuwa ina work ata protest, watu warudi kwa nini, watu warudi kwa NHIF. Huyo ni MP, a member of parliament, but mtu ako na bundles hapa atakututusi akituambia we don't understand the ground. Another thing, acha nikwambie, and Simba, you love you and you need to respond. Me, I'm not here for the insult. I believe we are having a genuine discussion.
Never there. It was buried. Unajua ambia wa Kenya ukweli, mahali kitu yenye iko. Hii vitu yenye hapa wachana uongo.
Simba, wapatie nafasi na hao pia watoe point yao, alafu utarudi utetee serikali ama namna gani? Mpatie nafasi ya malize, alafu unaweza kuribattle. Haya, Mabri endelea.
Yeah. So another thing, hata nikwambie, like sikatai Ruto has an upper hand come 2027, but even ukiangalia previously, there is no president demonstrate such an nini to the public. Like he's so careless about the public in many ways. This is a president cause uproar between the political class and Kenyans. Right now unaangalia Kenyans, when you elect politicians, they want this, and the politicians they gang up against wa Kenya. You get? This is the first acha nikupe by the way, like a recap of few things zimefanyika since Ruto aingie kwa kiti. Number 1, the Shakahola massacre was revealed during time yake. The answers are not yet to be revealed. Number 2, you remember stories za nini? Watu kuuliwa kwa BNBs and everything. Wamama, hadi watu wakaenda tao, you know. The government has never, like, hata no one has been arrested. Stories za GBV. Aya, the other thing, stories za finance bill. Uliona, like, for the first time in this nation, if you want to claim Ruto is that popular, the first time in this nation, maandamano iliingia hadi watu wakaingia parliament, you know. This guy, what did he do? Ali bring in the opposition, ndio akaeni kama is sort of dealing with the issue. Sahi umeona abductions openly, and he is the person supposed to like protect wa Kenya, but instead is attacking them right left. The key people, unajua Ruto is a nini, is the president of this nation and is the commander in chief of all armed forces. Now ukiangalia ule the next person mwenye anafaa kusotoa Kenya, the nini CS for interior, the guy is speaking the same language, you know. Ukisimama waambie wa Kenya like ati siasa zinapigwa sijui aje, I believe we are reading the same script. Kibaki tungesema Kibaki project zake 1 2 3. Uhuru alikimbia na stories za barabara. Ruto amefanya nini? You know, don't sit here uanze kutuambia like SHA. There was an NHIF yenye amejaribu kuibadilisha ikuwe SHA. You get? This guy vile aliingia, aliopen nini for GMOs kuingia hapa Kenya. You get? Ukisema economy imestabilize, what are you saying? Like, ningependa tu atuambie the indicators of the economy being stable. At least now we can pick it from there.
Sawa, KPIs of this positive in the new economy. Haya, Simba, nafasi ni kwako. Hebu tueleze kinagaubaga. How has the things, what has Ruto accomplished in these last 2 years? Amechange hii cabinet yake mara 6, sijui mara ngapi. Hebu tueleze, nafasi ni kwako. Mimi sikuenjoy, usitukane mtu, acha tuelezeane, tuongee kama wa Kenya. Mweleze ndugu yako Mabria na mmeuliza, Ruto amefanya nini hizi mwaka 2?
At Kenya Revolutionary, wacha nikwambie, mimi kwanza hata sijawahi tusi mtu na hakuna mtu nitatusi kwa show yako. Number 1, nataka nikuambie kuna affordable housing zenye zinaendelea. Nimesikia hata mwingine akisema hapa eti 10 years zitaanguka. Mimi sijui amepima na nini eti 10 years hizo nyumba zitaanguka. Unajua hii ndio propaganda ya mtandao yenye mimi ninakataa. Hiyo ni kukataa, ninaikataa na si matusi. Ambia wa Kenya ukweli. Barabara zenye zilijengwa zimeanguka, zimefunjika in 10 years. So hiyo mambo ya SHA ni propaganda tu, hakuna kitu. Ni system ambayo ina work, it has been tested. Hata kama ni kitu yenye imeanza, ni kitu itafaulu pakubwa sana na itasaidia watu. By the way, mimi hata niko na majenzi mpaka kwangu wote wameregister na wanalipa shilingi 150 wote, zile zenye wana afford. Kila mtu ako na kadi yake ya SHA na wameregister wote. Mambo ya affordable housing inaendelea, watu wanafanya kazi, watu wametafutiwa kazi nje, wanaenda hata wengine mimi nimewasaidia, nimepelekana na wao, tumeenda mpaka airport, wamesafiri. na mambo inaendelea vizuri. Walimu mimi hata nataka nikuambie, hata kama nilikuwa naambia Mr. Kip mambo ya Kipkorgot, mimi natoka Kisii lakini nakaa Trans Nzoia. Walimu wenye wameajiriwa within my community wenye ninahesabu katika hii term ya 2 years ya Ruto, I can number them. So msitu, na hizo ni zile vitu zenye watu wanasema. Ambia Wakenya ukweli. Hii mambo ya kusema iti abduction, Ruto ndiye alikuwa rais wakati huko alikuwa abducted na akawawa. Mumesema saizi mambo ya abduction. Huko alikuwa abducted akiwa waziri wa foreign affairs na akawawa, mwili yake ikatupwa. Kulikuwa na commission of inquiry. Ruto ndiye alikuwa rais. Tusidanganyane. Mambo ya waziri wa interior
reflection.
Nyamaza wakati ulikuwa unaongea.
Keep your next
life hata kama ni ya mtu mmoja, so long as production, na hiyo ni kifo. So tuende na hii mambo yenye iko eti unachora eti Kasongo unaweka kwa kaburi, alafu baadaye unatuambia eti huyo mtu amekuwa abducted. Bad manners.
Sasa unasema
rais wa nchi ambayo komanda ni chifu wa nchi gani anaweka kwa jeneza, alafu anaongoza kutoka kwa hiyo jeneza? Hamtaki kutuambia eti ni ufundo mnatuwekea kwa street zetu hapa hivi, mtuondolee. Alafu waachana bana, hakuna rais mwenye hiyo vitu inafanyika. Kila mtu ako na rekodi yake. Martha Karua huyu mwenye nasikia anauzwa kama nyama ya mshakiki hapa, ni yule mtu ambaye aliiba kura mchana, rekodi yake iko. Alafu waachana, tuambiane ukweli bana. Mimi nimelima na hiyo bei ya shilingi 1500 kwa mbolea yenye iko subsidized. Mahindi iko inatosha, nyingine hata ninauza. So bana, inchi saizi imenyoroka. Hata saizi wa hii broad based government 97% ndio list yenye nawekea Ruto. Hata mimi sikupigia kura, nilikuwa napigia baba, na baba hata akishindwa hiyo AU sisi tuko kumlaki. Huyo ndio shujaa wetu, ndio Mungu wetu wa siasa Kenya.
Keep umeambiwa upeleke Martha Karua Kikorio.
I don't apologize.
Haya,
nitaendelea kumuuza kama mshikaki. Tamuuza kama mshikaki.
Mshikaki ni nini, by the way? Mshikaki ni nini?
So you know, like meat skewers, beef skewers.
Oh, okay.
Beef skewers with onions and stuff like you have that in barbecues, huh?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Endelea, keep jitetee ukiwa wapi? Hapo.
I'll keep selling Martha Karua hata mkikataa, mpende msipende. I like just the way this guy is selling Ruto. I'll keep doing that. Ruto, mnakuja kutuambia mambo ya huko was done by Uhuru, by Moi. There is nothing that Ruto did there other than being part of the KANU youth. Him and Jirongo assisting in that. I believe he might even have assisted in that. So I don't trust Ruto. And you cannot compare it to him doing it the same. Yani unakuja kutuambia mambo yenye ilifanywa zamani na mtu mwingine, which is still very evil. Na huyu mwingine anakuja ku abduct our youth. So you're going to tell us, you're going to compare Ouko and our youth. Both are evil. Do you understand what I'm saying, Kenya? You cannot deflect us. Abductions happened. Right. Some people died. Some people we don't even know where they are. And it's a general path with a dictator. As for Shashif, you're finding churches. Churches are part of the people that we're talking about, Catholic churches, are some of the beneficiaries of this NHF money. If they're coming to ask for their money, meaning that there's no money flowing to subsidize some of these medical institutes. If it works for you, Simba, you're one of the lucky ones. Some of us are not, it's not working for us. Some of us, people are dying. We are having kwani mpaka hata Citizen inaonyesha watu where they cannot
Kipu,
go
wacha
for
ni correct
dialysis.
kitu kimoja
Can I just
na
finish?
nataka ni kucorrect
Wacha
hapo ndio
nimalize.
uelewe
Simba,
mahali shida iko. Watu
Simba,
hauwezi enda referral hospital na huko
Simba.
unatakiwa kuenda level 4 hospital alafu uambie watu shaifanye. Let's follow the right procedure. Hiyo
Okay,
ndio
Simba.
confusion yenye watu hawawezi kuelewa. Alafu mnatuambia
Simba.
shaifanye. You have not been part in the first case.
Simba. Haya, mwacha amalize vile alikuacha ulimaliza, ndio usimkate. Wacha amalize, alafu tutakupatia nafasi ujibu, na pia Mabri aingie na tukue na mchanganyiko maalum. Haya, sorry, kipendelea.
You know, this is when people have just been hit by a horse, they become brain damaged by this fool here. But not allow us to
Mmekunywa nini?
It's an
Watu
idiot,
wamekunywa
bana.
nini?
It's a fool. Me, when I hear somebody of UDA, I get very upset and stupid. I
No,
hate
it's okay.
listening to stupidity. And you cannot
Ni
tell
maoni
me,
yake Kip.
me, I'm very anti-stupidity. I'm allergic to idiotic people like this. Huh?
Ni maoni yake, ni maoni yake, ni maoni yake.
Maoni ya uongo. Uongo tu, kupu kabisa. SHA is not working, SHIF is not working, institutes are not being paid, junior doctors are not being paid enough to go to continue their studies. This is a person that is actually telling me, Simba, unakuja kuniambia, you're coming to brag to me about exporting labor from Kenya. Why are those people working in Kenya? Unakuja kuniambia kwamba we as a proud Kenyan, you want to export your people outside the country. Kwani sisi hatuhitaji hiyo kazi? We don't need those doctors, we don't need those nurses, we don't need those people to work to build our nation. That is the most embarrassing thing a leader ever said. Have you ever heard an American saying that they're going to export labor? Have you ever heard a British person going to say they're going to export labor? Mbona sisi juu tunasema tunachukua watoto wetu huko Saudi Arabia, and you're proudly telling me you took somebody to the airport. Shame on you. Shame on you of exploiting our youth to go die in Saudi Arabia, to go die in Qatar, to go die in these places where there's modern slavery happening there every day.
Hata wewe Kipa ufanyi kazi Kenya, hata wewe unafanya kazi nchi nyingine, hata wewe ulikuwa exported, you are working somewhere for someone.
And you think I want to be here? I'm what you call an economic refugee. I would love to work in Kenya, because the system in Kenya is causing me to come here economically as an economic refugee. I'm not going to call myself an immigrant. Huh? Kwani unafikiria I like being here? I want to come back home and work. But because of idiots like you who are making the country
usimtukane.
Mimi mambo ya madudu sijawahi ogopa. Mimi nitaendelea kutetea serikali ile yenye inaambia Wakenya ukweli, sio uongo ama propaganda. Kama hiyo ndio inanifanya niwe mjinga, hiyo lazima nitawaambia ukweli.
Haya, tulie. Njeri yako hapa pia, tumsikie Njeri aliingia, alafu tuingie kwa Mabri. Njeri, karibu. Mic yako umefix ama? Sasa Njeri hata yeye pia sijui connection ni namna gani, sijui ako wapi. Mabri, maoni yako? Naona mambo imechacha leo, sijui watu haya.
I like it. I'd just like to correct few things maybe yenye Simba na feel ame get wrong. Kitu ya kwanza, affordable housing si project ya Ruto, zimekuwa in existence even before. What Ruto has done, ameharmonize your program juu hakuwa na anything creative to do about it, you know. One thing, kuambie, affordable housing is not a necessity in this nation, because number one, everyone si anafanya kazi, like I believe pia Simba unafanya kazi. Pesa yako ni jukumu lako, you pay your tax, you file your returns, that's okay. At what point inafika ukato pesa yako ati itengeneze sijui nyumba, na hizo nyumba you are not even sure watu watapewa? That was not a priority. Number one. Number two, nimesikia ukisema sijui ati watu wanaenda Qatar. Let me tell you, hizo ni programs zimekuwa zikiexist. Again, unajua for you to like utume mtu akawa Saudia, the working environment matters. How many cases umeona za watu wako wanaotesekea huko and the government can do nothing about it, you know. Again, those people mnasema, because I believe any government ikiinvest mahali we should see return on investment. Those people wanapeleka ideas zetu huko, you know, as a Kenya, ni wa Kenya wanaenda kuwork Saudia, they take all the creativity huko, they only come here maybe as a retirement or something, you know. Whatever Ruto is banking on ni ati because of that ilikuwa inasema hao watu wanatuma, actually they are sending so much money to Kenya na gava inafaidika. That's why unaona walinatuma watu huko wakisema it's a investment, but it's not. We should see these people like working in Kenya, kama like I give the Kazi Mtaani project a credit, because at least young people walikuwa wanapata jobs locally, you know. Na hiyo inakuambia like if I'm from my locality, kama niko hapa Machakos town, nikimanage kufanya kazi hapa, I will consume the next immediate product kwa duka iko hapa, you know. It is a chain of opportunities, because nitapata 150, hiyo 150 nitaenda kwa duka iko hapa around ninunue unga, you know. So money will, kutakuwa na pesa tu zina rotate locally. But sasa kutuma watu majuu, that's a program which has been existing. Nara si majuu, it is Saudi Arabia huko. It is a program that imekuwa ikinini. Again, tukuja hapa, the same airport tunaongelelea, I'll not forget to mention about the Adani program, whereby tuliona tu dealings tu peti zikipigwa in the same to government yenye unasema they are working. Angalia hii gava, this is what happened. Murkomen alianzia wapi? Akifloss hapa about watch ya 50,000 sijui nini, akapelekwa kwa sijui sports kidogo kidogo, sahii ni minister wa defense, you know, because akiambiwa akooa anakooa huyo. Hata like ukiangalia the people, there is no they are not considering ethic wakimake hizi appointments, you know. Sahi umeona, I think umeona a case of madam ali reject appointment to alikuwa amepewa ambassador role to Ghana, aka reject because she was being dumped huko simply because it was Rigathi Gachagua mwenye alimpropose to the current position yenye alikuwa. Like, things are not working, and I'm telling you, I think Simba, unless you are in your own world, it's all over. Like, millions of Kenyans wanalalamika. There was even a clip about ule mama alitokea akisema Ruto, kama mmeamua like tukufe ni sawa, nimekuwa hapa Osina wamekataa kunitibu, nimeenda nyumbani nikakufe, it helps you as a nation. So sielewi hii data yako unatoa wapi? Maybe you are lucky to be the one in a million, but think about the 999,000.
Sawa. Haya, tumpatie nani Irene Jerry pia asked to talk. Sijui kama microphone yake ameitengeneza, alafu tuende kwa keke. Irene, are you able to talk? Jerry, uko poa?
Yeah, niko poa.
Okay. Endelea.
Hello, niko sasa. Sasa mimi Ruto, sijui, I don't understand how people think that it's normal what's happening home. Ati huyu jamaa amesema ati abduction ilikuwa sawa venye juu Ouko aliuliwa, alikuwa abducted. So lazima huyu president ama the government iwe ina abduct watu juu Moi aliabduct watu, you know. Hiyo ni thinking moja backward sana. Tena there are some people wenye wanafanya vizuri sana Kenya, because maybe wako connected na gava, wako connected na watu wenye wako wanaweza wasaidia kufanya hizo biashara kama zenye amesema yeye, maisha yake inaendelea poa, but kuna watu wengi sana wanasafa. Na Kenya ilikuwa poa sana, lakini sasa imeharibika. We are on our knees. Hata sijui I don't imagine ati mtu anaweza sema Kenya iko poa. There is no way watoto wote jinsi wanaweza tokezea nje kwenda ku protest kama Kenya iko sawa. You know, vijana hawapati kazi, wenye wako makazini, wenye wako kazi. Like I have a friend alivotia Ruto, but alikuwa ameniambia yeye hata ajue ni nini kiliendelea. Analipa mortgage yenye sahi hata haezi make, job yake imeharibika. So it's absurd that mtu anaweza fikiria Kenya iko sawa sahi just because they are doing better, and they are doing better because wako maybe connected na watu wanawapatia matenda ama wako position zenye wanaweza endelea na biashara zao kama kawaida, but generally Kenya haiko poa. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe, and usikwe mgeni, mnio hapa watu hapa kila siku. Shukran sana. Haya, KK pia namuona hapo kwa lengo. KK, umepotea, hebu niambie. Haya, sasa ndio device yake nasema haija connectiwa. So KK, fix that. Haya, nirudi kwa nani? Keep KK ndio huyo amerudi. Pole. Okay, KK endelea.
Namna gani? Amjambo.
Hatujambo. Uko hai? Kibet Faruk Kibet hajakuua.
No, haniwezi man. Unajua wengine wetu tunatumia power zingine man. Power za Mungu.
Haya.
Hakuwezi. Anyway, huyu jamaa anasema nini? Nimekuja hapa nimepata Keep anazungumziana na Mabri, sio na Simba. I like to call him Haina, because I like to engage with people with good intent.
Yeah.
If you engage in bad faith, you mess up the whole conversation. Simba, you come here and tell us everything is working. You're lying. Keep amejaribu kuambia hivyo, Mabri amejaribu kuambia hivyo, and you're still in denial. So this begs the question, are you blind? Are you working for the same thing that the Kenyan people, the Kenyan blood has been shed fighting? That's the question I ask. And if the question is yes, that begs the question again, who raised somebody who cannot understand when the people are fighting for their freedom? You do not stop them. You do not take the side of the devil. You do not take the side. You do not take the side, especially knowing very well we got our fake independence. A few years ago, it's not far. Most of our parents were there. Most of our gukas, our shoshos were there. And we know very well those people who took the side I hear there is a word in Kikuyu, they call it jagutis, ngatis. Simba, if you don't know well, go Google what happened to Gatis. That's the only thing I have to respond to you. Anyway, niko hapa, karibu.
Shukran. Nice hearing from you. Simba, unataka kujitetea kabla sijamleta Keep?
Kuwa mfupi sana. Kabisa. For one, KK ni mtu ambaye tumeshiriki na yeye mjadala kwa muda mrefu. Yeye na mimi tulikuwa upande mmoja na ananijua vizuri mahali tumetoka na yeye. Ukumbuke wakati huo
Simba sikujui, so
au nijui kwa sababu ninaongea kitu tofauti na kitu yenye unaongea. Wacha nikuambie, wewe tumekuwa na wewe kutoka Mtembei all the way, so ndio nataka nikuambie. Unajua watu wote wako hapa wanataka wawe Thomas, hawajui kitu. That's why unasema unijui. Mimi ni yule
Kijaribu,
simba mmoja, sio simba wawili.
sijaipo kwa
Ndio
Mtembei.
nataka nikuelezee, sababu nimesikia umeniambia hata mambo yenye sijui
Umeniambia
inatakiwa niende kugugu. Let me tell you,
sijaipo Mtembei.
mimi sikupigia
I've
Ruto
never been
kura.
Mtembei's channel ever. So what are you saying?
All right.
I
Let
have
me make
never
my
gone to
point.
Mtembei channel.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point.
Respond. Endelea nani Simba.
Hiyo kitu yenye unaniambia eti ngati au ni watu wenye walikuwa vikundi against Mau Mau huko Mount Kenya. Mimi si yuko against anything in Mount Kenya. Nyinyi mulipigia kura 84% vile Gachagua anasema. Uchungu ya Gachagua kuwekwa nje ni haya mambo ambayo mnatuambia. Juzi hiyo yenye unaniambia inequality Kenya hii ni kitu yenye inaonekana kama usiku na mchana. Watu wanaenda Krismasi, Thika Super Highway ilijengwa na taxpayers money, watu walilala hapa Naivasha wakienda Western. Hata Christmas ikawapata njiani. Alafu leo mnataka mtuambie vile Ruto sijue. Let me tell you my friends, hii nchi lazima tuwe equal sisi wote. Hiyo ndio kitu yenye tuna fix kutoka hapa, ndio tuende mbele. Hakuna mimi eti kitu yenye naona sijue Ruto alitumwa na Mungu Kenya hii kupitia mlima, na lazima arekebishe mambo yote, na atarekebisha kwa hiyo miaka 10. Mimi hata ninasema hivyo na hakuna kitu ingine nitasema. Mwingine anatuambia hapa sijui eti Murkomen sijui ni waziri wa defense. Munaishi Kenya hii propaganda mtaifikisha wapi?
Haya. Keep. I like this. I'm loving this. You need Jerry Springer shit.
Alex Jones, man. Huh? You see,
Wait.
I've come to realize what the problem is. Nimekuelewa sasa Simba. I understand you. You are the people that unajua ile siku unasema baba akisema left tunaenda right, about turn right left, all those things So this guy is a diehard ODM fan. There's nothing you can do, there's nothing you can say that will ever change his mind. I used to support Raila Odinga, but when I saw Raila Odinga going to a place I did not want, I dropped him immediately like a hot potato. And that is what somebody who has a brain does. You can change your mind at any time when you see things are going left or going array or going badly. So yeah, I think I remember Simba.
Niko hapo mahali unasema Raila Odinga alienda, alikuwa anasaidia nchi ya Kenya, sio eti ni yeye. Hata yeye hakujifikiria kumpigia kura, alikuwa anawacha unajua sisi.
This is boring.
Simba tafadhali hold your horses. Hata ukitaka kunio ngoja malize, alafu akishamaliza atakupatia nafasi. Shukran. Yes, Nani, Keep, as you were saying. By the way, Keep, can I make that same argument against you? Nikisema,
yes,
you are a diehard Karua. So if she says left, right, what's the difference between you and him? Yeye namwona Ruto hivyo, wewe unamwona Karua hivyo. Just
Karua, me, I just need to Karua, I need to have a word with you. Tuongea baadaye.
Me. Mlete hapa. I told you to mlete hapa. I'll be nice. I can be nice.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's okay. You can put that argument on me, but anyway, I cannot go there. I've already given you my defense about her. And now I'm just coming to this part here, which is now Raila diehard. Raila has given these guys permission to support Ruto. Niambie kitu siku moja when Martha Karua tells me to follow Ruto. You know what I'll do? I'm out immediately. Inje Martha, bye-bye, thank you, I'm out. There's no way I'm going to support impunity. It is absolute garbage to go and support somebody that is killing people, somebody that is abducting our youth, somebody who's bringing our economy down. Me nitatoka immediately. That's the day you'll hear me say I'm out of NARC Kenya. And that is what you call having a brain is called. How you have a conscious, how you have reasoning as a Kenyan. So mimi nimemunderstand, nimeona kwamba huyu hakuna kitu naweza mwambia, hakuna kitu naweza fanya, because ile siku, let me give you revolutionary, I'm going to tell you the truth. Huyo mtu atakuja ile siku Raila ameanguka AUC, akuja aseme twende kazi 2027 ni mimi. That's the day he's going to say Shah is dead. That's the day he's going to say Chief is done. Nini utaona Junet, just mirror him with Junet Mohammed. Angalia Junet Mohammed and then look at Simba. These are the people who will follow Raila to the grave. Hakuna kitu mzee anaweza sema ni mbaya. So I understand, nimemwelewa na nasema ni sawa. We kana go lie to people. Go tell us to export our fellow Kenyans to Saudi Arabia to get killed, raped and maimed. It is fine. You have done a very good job. You go and tell us that you have to pay 200,000 shillings so that you can become a teacher. Kama ulilipia hiyo ukapatia watu wengine kazi ya kuwa mwalimu ama kuwa police, because that's how Kenya is nowadays. You pay to get work. If you have done that, Simba, for your people, we fanya hivyo, we continue with your corruption as a Kenyan, as we want a cleaner Kenya. We want a Kenya that benefits every single Kenya. Kutoka ule mtu ako chini mpaka ule ako juu. It doesn't matter who you are, which community you're from, you're a Kenyan. That is how the Kenya should be. So usikuje kuniambia ati Ruto is doing a good job here. Me, I get very irritated when I hear that. You've seen me, I'll talk nonsense, taku abuse, because I cannot believe somebody can brave Ruto. And then unakuja kuleta mambo ya Mungu hapa ati sijui God brought us Ruto. Wewe kichwa chako ni mzuri kweli?
Haya we, oda. Naona Mama Mary ameingia. Wacha nimpatie Simba nafasi ajitetee, alafu tulete Mama Mary hapa, alafu pia Mabri naona alikuwa anataka kusema kitu. Simba ajitetee, una response ya hiyo mambo Kipa amesema kabla tujaleta Mama Mary hapa. Let me just call Mama Mary.
Mimi nataka nikubaliane na Kipa 100%. Mimi ni mfuasi sugu wa Raila Odinga. Is 100% correct. Mimi sikupigia Ruto kura. Nimesema vile tuliambiwa Ruto aliwekwa katika kiti na Mungu na alimpitishia Mount Kenya. That's a fact. Kwani shida iko wapi? Na baba amesema ni left. Hapo ndio tuko left, ndio tunaongea kutoka left. Kwani shida iko wapi?
Haya.
Naweza kuuliza Simba, ni kuuliza swali if you don't mind. And sorry for
uliza hata hiyo ya ngati nitakujibu hata kama sielewi.
No, hakuna shida. No, hakuna kwa tunapelekana anyway. But nikuulize, si wewe uko na watoto? Si wewe uko na watatu kwanza? Si wewe uko na familia? Si especially maybe uko na cousin, uko na uncle, uko na mtu smart.
What do you mean? Hiyo ni swali?
Of course. Na kuuliza, kwani Kenya ni lazima
kuna mtu mwenye ana familia na ako na watu weke.
Endelea. Nasikiza.
Sasa hiyo ni swali. Uliza swali kingine bwana. Hata hiyo ya ngati nilikwambia ndio rahisi kwako, wewe uliza.
No, na shida ni moja. Nashindwa, mbona, why can't we see Kenya yetu ni mbaya? Let's just agree. Why are you in denial? Kenya yetu ni mbaya.
Unajua ulisema mimi ni blind, mimi sioni, na nimekuelezea vizuri, mimi sio blind, ninaona. We niulize kitu yenye ninaona mbele yangu nitakwambia.
Alright. Sawa, sina kitu kingine ya kuongeza. Mama Mary, karibu.
Mama Mary, karibu sana. Patia maoni yako.
Thank you guys. Habari zenu, happy new year. Mambo ni moto. Keep uko tu bado unaendesha gurudumu.
We are going to continue.
Yeah, we are pushing it and
tuko pamoja Mary.
tuko pamoja. Kila mtu ako na maoni yake. Simba has a right to say whatever he feels is good for him. lakini najua Wakenya wengi wako na tabu, Wakenya wengi wako na uchungu, kwa sababu iwe ni Raila, iwe ni Ruto, iwe ni Uhuru, mimi sijali hali yao, najali hali yangu na familia yangu, na hata my neighbor ambaye naweza mkimbilia nikiwa na shida, ambaye naweza muita nikiwa nimeumia, lakini hawa hawatapatikana popote. Na ninashindwa ni kazi gani ngumu na hawa watu ya kufanyia wananchi, kwani si hata ni mtu ameenda hapo na pesa zake ati anatusupport. We are the people who are contributing to get these people lined up and living this luxurious life, and they don't even respect. They hate us passionately. They hate Kenyans passionately, people. And they have a lot of disregard of where they are coming from. Na ni nini imefanya wawe hapo. Kwa sababu hiyo sio nyumba yao. That is not where they were before 2 years ago. They were at their homes whereby they have vacated, wameenda kuishi maisha tofauti ambayo ni ya kifahari, while Kenyans are suffering wherever they are. Simba, it's okay what you believe, but 99% does not agree with you. You are at yourself, but we give you liberty of thinking what you can think. Kila mtu ako na uhuru wa kusema chochote, but be careful that you don't fall and don't find somebody holding you. Kwa sababu unapopanda kushuka lazima utauliza usaidizi, but be careful what you say, because it's nice or it's good to be honest with yourself and know where we are heading. Right now, there are so many people suffering who cannot afford some of the basics that they need for their life. Niseme kitu ingine ni habari ya mtu ambaye anaitwa Sudi. I want to go point by point what I have written down for my submission. Sudi is a guy who have gotten a degree of engineer just the other day. And congratulations to him that he got a degree, somebody who cannot even read his name. He cannot even be able to write his name. Hawezi hata ongea kizungu, hawezi hata ongea kwa parliament. The only thing ni kujificha na hizo pesa ambazo wamepata bure kabisa. Pesa ambazo hatujui wanazitoa wapi za kufanya hii maajabu. We know that students or children who gets to have an engineer degree, how many years they go to school. So let them stop insulting education in our country. Huyu ametaja mambo mingi sana vile wamejitayarisha na huyu Zakayo Kasongo. Ati hata akiwa hana kura za kutosha, tutajaza. Sudi amesema hivyo. Wakenya watajaza na nini? Toa wapi? This kind of corruption of votes, we are not going to let it happen this time round. We have known your tactics, we have known your roots, and we have known what you people are planning. It's good that it is coming out of their mind, their mouth, then we can understand which way to go. We are not going to allow this. And they are not going to steal our votes. They are not going to have votes of people who did not vote. Kwa sababu hivi ni kumaanisha kuna jambo ambalo already wamefanya. Hii mambo mnasikiaga watu wanapeleka information zao, ama collecting of data. All this is being used by these thugs. They are planning to do very bad thing towards Kenyans. And we are not going to agree. We are not going to accept to be in that oppression for the longest. We need to have peace and a breather. Amesema we follow the law. Which law do these guys follow? Yani kwa upande wao wasifollow law, lakini kwa wananchi ambao wamewapea mamlaka tufuate law. You know, you have to be an example so that you follow what you do. But you can't be a role model of lawlessness na ufikirie wananchi ndio watakuwa wata law. How would that work? I follow the law, but you being the leader, you're not following the law. How does that work? The other thing is this guy called Farah. Farah, really, I looked at him and I saw like he's being possessed by bad spirit, evil spirit, insults in front of people. Yani sasa tuseme, kulingana na vile walisema watoto wetu wafunzwe discipline. What kind of discipline Farah does he have in front of all the crowd, talking about, I mean, insulting them, insulting Kenyans with very vulgar language? I did not understand. These people are feeling like they own Kenya and they own us, but they cannot own us at all, even 1 minute. Ni vile tu hapo amesimama anakuwa na kiburi ati kwa sababu anaona watu ni wengi wanamsikiza, but you don't know what you're losing when you talk like that. You are giving people weapon towards you. And so what happened? He knows that he is not in good position right now. He don't know what will be the outcome. Na watu kama hao, do we really need such kind of people being leaders of us? We cannot entertain this kind of behavior in our country. Sisi tuko na heshima, tunawaheshimu kama wanataka kuheshimiwa, but they also have to respect us. And in fact, they have to respect us because we are the people who have put them there. They are there because of us. Otherwise, if we were not there, they would not have been where they are. The other issue is misuse of taxpayers. Yani kitu kidogo tu kwenda kuhakisha kastima pahali. You take millions of money just for one launch ya upuzi, ndio uende huko utengeneze ati umekuwa kwa mkutano. Let me ask Kenyans, if you go somewhere having that you have spent a lot of money, a lot of effort just to make that happen, knowing that it did not come naturally, it is not organic, what do you feel in your heart? What do you feel about yourself? Are you proud of it? I don't think so. It's shameful, very shameful. Kwa sababu huwezi kuwa unarundika watu na mabasi, unawabeba, unawakokota, ni kama kuwasomba, ati kujeni munisikize. Let me say this. There is nothing good and great like you going just abruptly stand somewhere and everybody come to listen to you. You'll feel great. You'll feel honored. But this guy has to do all what it takes. Pesa, magari, watu kusombwa, hata wengine labda ni kufurushwa, pandeni hapa twende, nini. What kind of work is that? Maongo ile yote umeongea, watu wamekushiba. And we hate you passionately. Look at when he went to Ghana. Now Ruto has nowhere to go except sasa atazurura Africa. Hawezi kwenda nje. Mambo yake imeharibika. Since the time he was the second corrupt in the whole world, hiyo kitu imemchoma. Vile tu anaipoteza tu hivi na kuzurura. But in his mind, he's depressed.
Mama Mary.
Yes.
You know, we should demand for him to get, he won fair and square. They stole it from him. He's the most corrupt human being on earth. The only reason he didn't win it is, unajua siasa nini? US. That's the only way he lost it. But he's the most corrupt human being on earth. Ruto is. Sorry, go ahead.
Look at the safari he went in Ghana. Shamelessly, he was there. He was not recognized. Very good. I congratulate them because those are people who stand for democracy, people who stand for honesty, integrity, accountability, responsibility. Those are the people. Look at the guy, Huyo Traore. I'll say this. Traore does not use force when he's talking. He does not use loud voice when he's talking. He does not use rude, crude words. He talks very soft, calmly, very polite, and people can listen and can know that guy, what did he say? Plus, what he has done in his country, that gives him a credit. It doesn't mean that you have to be seen all the time on top of the car, shouting, talking about what people are talking about you. Do the work. And that work, itakushindania. Itakupea picha ile ambayo unataka. But you cannot payuka, you are corrupt, you are a killer, a murderer, an abductor, and then you expect people to respect you. We will act against you, reacting so bitterly against you. So don't expect that we are going to go low. Ati tunyaze, ndio tukuachilie, tufanyie maajabu ile yote unatufanyia. Umeharibu inchi kabisa. And you expect respect? You expect us to honor you? You expect us to keep quiet? That will not happen. We Kenyans, we are hard workers. And we don't bother the serikali. We work hard for our own good. And we work hard to excel our life. But when you start poking fingers in our life, that is where you are going wrong. This kind of Uganda visit is just ni ile mambo ya kupoteza ile depression yako nayo. He is depressed and we want him to get more depressed. Paka atoke kwa hiyo kiti. You know, but there is nothing good like being honorable. Uone hii kazi hainitoshi. Ruto aliiba kitu ambayo hawezi kamilisha. Aliiba kitu ikawa mkubwa kuliko yeye. That is why he is getting rough with all what is going on. Na huwezi kuwa ati unasema wewe ni kiongozi, unajitetea kujifanyia makuu ukiwa umeacha Wakenya wakisafa. Right now there are people who are sleeping outside. It's not that they didn't have a home. They had a home. Yeye ameenda akawafurusha, amejenga mansion yake kubwa kuliko State House. Na sasa yeye anaishi kifahari. Lakini he does not think about other human being. Ako na roho ngapi? Moja. Huyo anayelala nje ako na roho ngapi? Moja. What does he have extra? This guy need to go. He is very he is shaming our country. Sisi si watu wa kulala nje. Sisi ni watu tunajifanyia kazi na kujitegemea. Hatuna haja na handouts from the government, but we want a government that serves the people. He will run circle kwa sababu sasa mambo yake imebadilika. So that anger he turns back to wananchi kuwafanya sisi tuwe kama fara. We are not going to be fara. Sisi tuko na akili timamu na tuko na kazi tunataka kujifanyia, lakini unazorota, unaziharibu kwa sababu ya ile disorganized government. Serikali ambayo haina maana, haiwezi ongoza. Many leaders who want to be respected, they don't do what Ruto is doing. If you want to be respected, it is what you do for the country. If you want to be disrespected, it's what you do to the wananchi. And that is what will remain. Something that is catching my problem is hawa watu wa Bonde la Ufa, what message are they passing to Kenyans when they are sitting there culminating many bad things and doing like mocking us? What are they telling us? Are they telling us that they are going to force Ruto through our throats? Ndio tuishi maisha ile wanataka? Ndio waishi vile wao wanaishi? And you know, even those guys who are talking from Bonde la Ufa, there are so many poor people there who don't have food to eat, who are living very, very poorly. But because these guys, it's a small group, ambao ni wezi wamejitayarisha kuharibu nchi ndio wao wajinufaishe. We are not going to tolerate that. We are going to refuse, and we are not to give them damn chance to continue spoiling our country. Our country is on its knees, and we want our country to stand up. Those who have done marvelous in their country, bringing it up, did not start what this guy is doing. They started step by step, and people could realize that this guy is ready to help us up. So we are not expecting anything from Ruto. Ruto is a dead progressive person. He is not ready to serve Kenyans. He is ready to serve himself and his group. How many are they compared to millions of people who are suffering in our country? I'll stop there, but I'll say Ruto should resign as soon as possible. We should make him depressed, and we should continue doing what we are doing to make him depressed more and more until he gets out of that office. Thank you very much, my dear people.
Thank you, Mama Mary. Aya, nani ulikuwa unataka kujibu swali Simba, alafu kuna video nimeambiwa nicheze, nitacheza hapa hivi. So Simba, go ahead and you can, if you want to have your little rebuttal, endelea, alafu nicheze video, alafu tutaenda kwa Mabri na okay,
kwanza kabisa Mama Mary alianza vizuri sana na nimemsikiza mambo yote ameongea, lakini unajua na mimi mtu akiwa anatoa maoni yake siwezi sema ni mbaya. Hapo penye amemalizia na mambo yenye ameongea, hiyo sasa ndio hatari kwa nchi, kwa sababu a dead progressive person, mtoto wake achukue hiyo amchore katuni aweke kwa kaburi. Hapo ndio shida iko, na hiyo ndio shida yenye tuko nayo. Hiyo ndio sasa shida ya nchi. Alafu mnasema wengine wameongea mbaya, wanawafikiria nini? Hao wenye unasema ni watu maskini, wakati fujo imetokea, si anaingia kwa tajiri ambaye ni jirani yake? Unajua hizi vitu ndio mimi nawaambia mchunge vitu zenye mnaongea. Hayo hivyo ndio vile nchi huwa inachomwa, sio kwa njia nyingine. Mimi hata nimesikiza hata mazuri yote umeongea kutoka mwanzo, umeharibu yote. So hivyo ndivyo vile mtu akipewa nafasi akiongea sana ameharibu kila kitu. Sitaongea kitu kingine.
Haya, wacha nicheze hii video.
Let me ask the panelist, what wrong did I say? I said dead progressive. There is no progressive in our country. I didn't mean that Ruto is dead. I am saying dead progressive. There is no progress in our country, no development. What is wrong with that? And those who are maskini, wamefanywa maskini na nani? Kama waliingia hapo wasaidie maskini, as they had saying hustlers, we would have seen the example. We would have seen wamepenya, wameona ile mambo wamefanya. Tunaweza ona, kwani sisi ni watu hawana macho? So don't say that I have spoiled because of saying dead progressive. It is dead progressive. Asante.
Haya, tukae mstari wa mbele. mzidi kusubscribe.
Wewe na hii mstari yako. Wewe. By the way.
Excuse the language. Okay. All right, that was in response to what's his name? Farah Maalim ndio alianza hizi matusi. So I don't know, I guess people in Mombasa gathered and started returning the favor and that's what they did. So Kay, ulikuwa unasema kitu? I forgot you. Sorry, I was playing the video.
Yes. And this will go on. This, what you just showed, is what I wanted to explain in a way. Watu wanasema sijui, ask yourself, if a human being comes here and tells us not insulting, Kenya River nimekuwa hapa na wewe, Keep na kujua kiasi, Mabri na kujua, Mameri na kujua kiasi, matusi si shida. Our country is failed. It's a failed country. And we will not stop until Ruto is out. Today, tomorrow, this month, this year, until Ruto is out. And I say this again. Not only is going to be out, we will prosecute him to the letter. All the money that he's stolen from us, we will recover it. Na si Ruto pekee, Gachagua kama ameiba, same. Uhuru, same. Kila mtu. Our country belongs to the Kenyans, not Kikuyus or the Kenyans. Hatuchezi. And I beg, because we are there, we're very close. When it comes to punishing, some of us will love to do that part. Asante.
Njeri, kuna maoni yako? Naona umenyamaza hapo kidogo. Do you have anything to add on? Simba naona amekimbia, ama Simba bado wako? Amekimbia. Okay, whatever. Njeri, unataka kuongezea kitu? Mic yako bado ni shida. Let me unmute you. All right, let's go to Kip. Mimi nitafunga duka kidogo, like in the next 5 minutes or so. Naona mambo imechemka.
Daddy issues bana, and fanya responsibilities bana.
Hey, you have to. Kwa tripo, but yeah, basi nitawapatia round moja malizie. Then we'll wrap it up, I guess, because Njiru amefungua duka huko, twende ama
tunajua nimeleta watu kutoka huko. There was also another heated argument. Watu wameshika moto bana. You don't understand.
What was the nini?
Same topic bana, bro. Same topic. We are saying the same
okay.
stuff.
Sawa, acha niwaulize swali. In fact, now that umesema, wacha niulize swali, and I want to tie this in. Munaona nani? Okay, Simba amekuja akatoa maoni yake, he's pro Ruto, of course Kipu yuko pro Martha Karua, and I don't know what's Neni Onjeri and Mama Mary. Okay, your politics here, who you support, but I'm just saying this. Mi argue hivi, why can't we have a fresh start with fresh faces tusivotia watu, kwa sababu in my opinion, I might be wrong, mi naona hao watu nikaa hii ni mchezo wa musical chairs, huwa anatoka huwa anaingia. What's the say, the forest is the same but wanyama ni wale, the forest is different. I don't know how they say it, but
see,
yeah,
I like where you're coming from.
Yeah,
for me, you know why I'm with NAC Kenya? It's the same. It's my belief that, just 1 second. It's my belief that they're moral party, and hata kama hatuna MP ama MCAs, it's not about that. It's about my core belief in the party and what our principles are, and my belief in Martha Karua. Yeah, I saw the article that you had sent there. You tutaongea kando, and I'll explain to you. And there's a day I'll come and give you the full history about BAT and what happened to the Rainbow Alliance. You remember the original Rainbow Alliance where all those guys came in and kicked out Moi? We'll explain about that election, where, in my opinion, not even Martha's opinion, In my opinion, that election was completely fraud. It means that Kibaki side and also Raila side, they both stole. Let's not mince words there. I'm not even gonna mince words there myself. I know that election was completely backward. It was stolen. Mtu alienda akaingizwa, aliapishwa usiku wa manane when nobody was there. So that is fine. But mi nataka mtu akuja aseme hata kama mtaki Martha Karua, yeah? That is fine. Please don't vote for people like Ruto. Don't vote for people like Raila. Don't vote for people who are coming to mess our countries. If we're going to start afresh, wacha mi nikae na huyu mama. That is fine. That's me. It's very hard for me to convince me otherwise. But please don't bring us another tyrant. Don't come and bring us people like Kalonzo who are only there to do deals. People are kwangi na msimamo. You know, the NADCO report was his. He's the one who's messed up the IEBC that has become worse than right now. Simba's party, hata sitamtukana sahi. Simba's party ODM ndio wanashikilia IEBC isitengenezwe. It's not even the UDA people. It's actually him. It's actually the ODM people that they want to pick their own person so that they can win elections. By the way, come on, me, I can bet 100% that when Raila Amolo Odinga loses the election for the AUC, atarudi asema anataka kuwa president. And you'll find people like Simba or any other person that supports ODM will be now speaking on that side. They'll be saying, Shah is not working. Oh, Siju, this is not working. They're going to come and sing the same praises we're singing right now. I mean, the same stuff we're talking about right now. They're the ones who are going to be coming back to our side. Right now, these people are supporting things without principles. They're supporting it as though it's a football match. I genuinely, let me tell you, I genuinely believe in Martha Karua. I don't believe in it like a sycophant. Mimi ile siku atakuja kuniambia ati kwamba na Kenya is going to join the government or na Kenya is going to work with Ruto, mi nakwambia goodbye. And that is me. I'm saying it here publicly. Mmenisikia nikisema hapa. Anytime I see impunity coming in, mi nitatoka mbio mbio. There's no need of wasting your life or wasting the time of Kenyans to go and support impunity, supporting people suffering. Ujai nisikia nikiongea praises for Matiang'i. Yeah. So Mimi, I'm with her. I will come back with. I'm actually thinking of coming with the secretary, the deputy party leader hapa tuongee hizo vitu. Then we can talk about it in real. I want you guys to come and.
Who is the deputy party leader?
Kabala.
Utamleta?
Tamleta.
Nipatie date.
Wacha niongee naye kwanza. Sawa.
Okay. I'll be very nice.
Good. No. I want all these things to. I want these things to be put. I want all these things to be put in, to rest. So.
Fair enough.
That yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Can I add something there? Keep.
Yes.
Keep. I tried to reach out to your person. We have had a few conversations. She doesn't seem very focused, if you ask me. Our country is burning. She's going to zima moto kwa neighbor. This how she might be.
Martha Karua na nini Museveni.
Yeah. So we have
Museveni atamnyonga. Museveni atamnyonga.
No, I think hii story ni between Ruto and Museveni. Wanataka confuse. I think she might be the only decent human being we have. It's possible. It's very possible. Because I'm rich. And I know I know nimemwongelesha in a way.
Uliongea na Martha Karua?
Yes, I have.
Sinimumleti hapa tuongee. Kwa nini?
Keep ndio anamjua, so Keep ndio akona trust yake. So you have to bring
Let me say something.
Yes, Mabri.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, let me say. Okay, thank you. Ningependa kusema hivi, I don't think Martha Karua going to represent nani huko Uganda is a bad thing, or rather, I don't think it's a misrepresentation of our priorities because first, hii kesi inahusu Kenyan sovereignty. Like, huu msee alishikiwa Kenya akienda event ya Martha Karua. So, and when walienda huko, the lawyer mwenye alijitolea kumrepresent akashikwa akawekwa ndani for just attempting to represent him. So Martha Karua is a neutral power yenye like Museveni waezi cheza naye huko. That's why unaona hata she's representing by the way nini very well, and I think it's a good thing. At least some people are beginning to see kwa nini anaitagwa Iron Lady. She's really like ameshtua watu wengi sana. I remember in a submission akicorrect that nini judge.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
But now jumi nataka kufunga, I just say it all. Kitu ya kwanza sijui kama ndakuwa nimewarudisha nyuma, but I just wanted to correct something. Hii story mnaona sijui ati the president akiwekwa kwa jeneza nini, let's tusi-interpret as like tunataka kuwa president. That should reflect on the nini public's anger towards the president. Hadi imefika mahali we wish him dead, you know. It reflects vile wananchi sahi wana feel. Now, the other thing, I think the future of the nation sahi will rely on independence of political parties. History ya coalitions nini sioni ikikam kuwork. What ningeuliza, they keep like Mary, that was a good submission. Irene, like tuimizeni young people to register as voters. Sahi the exercise is like niko sure ukiwa na ID you can visit the IBC nini, you get registered. Tusingoje ati ile mass nini voter registration then unasikia, because hapo ndio Ruto utaka juu Kenyans nini last minute rush. Atangoje hiyo time ikifika afungie the young people maybe wenye hawatakuwa wameregister, but I think it's an ongoing process, I mean exercise every day. So the future of this nation will change tukijitokeza kuvote overwhelmingly. Ile inaitwa nini kumera, acha nitumie hiyo to encourage people watoke, let's go register as voters. Na pia if we see like we have to prioritize the members of parliament we are going to elect. I want to agree with Gachagua for once, like we need to look for sober-minded members of parliament. Ambia Martha like wale MPs chama itasimamisha wakuwe watu sober. I think and every other person mwenye ana represent any political party, like let's make sure we get it right this time round. I think ni hayo tu. Good night everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mabri. I'll see you tomorrow probably. If I'm not here tomorrow, next time takupata. Thank you for always being supportive of this channel. Tuonane siku tutaonana. Irene, ulitengeneza ninio kabla tujaenda Mama Mary? Ulitengeneza microphone?
Nimetengeneza.
Haya, maoni yako. Inakaa watu sasa tunazungumzia Martha the Iron Lady. Alikuwa Uganda, niliona kana mwaibisha yule, was it the other lawyer or whatever the case is. Yeah, it's a plus. Like I said, Martha have my difference. Minasema, when push comes to shove, you know, she had an opportunity to prove to Kenyans that she was patriotic. But me, vile, yes, I get what you're saying, Nani, keep your 2007, but that's where she lost me. And she had another opportunity to defend and resign that, and she failed to do that. Martha, yeah. But anyway, like you say, fair enough. Umesema utajaribu kutafuta the whatever. We can come discuss that And even though even if you don't convince me, at least kuna watu ambao wanaweza kuangalia hii channel wanaweza kusema by the way Martha limetoa point nzuri, I can go for her. I'll give her the platform, I'll be respectful. Hapa hata watu wa Ruto wakikuja hapa I'm respectful to some, lakini even watu wa Raila even though I'm so harsh on them sometimes, but ni sawa. Sawa Mary, endelea. Nani, I mean is it Mary or Irene?
Brain damage cannot be helped.
No,
me just quickly, very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't mince my words. If I think you're dumb, you're dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not polite. Everybody knows me. You've known me for 3 years. I do that. I cannot. I'm allergic to stupidity. Okay, Mama Mary. Sorry for that.
But it was Irene alafu Mama Mary. Irene ulikuwa natoa maoni yako alafu tuende kwa Mama Mary. Alafu tutachapa maraundi yetu ya mwisho basi. Haya, Irene, endelea.
Sasa mimi sana, like nothing criticize her, but when it comes to our country, we all should be on the same page, especially what Kenyatta niaje support hii government. Sasa kama ODM wali what do
Unamsikia? Can you move karibu na mic kidogo?
Niko sawa?
Yes, yuko sawa.
Niko watu kwa nini? Sijui kwa nini. So kama watu wote wenye walitoa so hizo CS nani sasa ati wako saidia a few months ago walikuwa hawakusaidia. I don't understand kwa hivyo na kezewa. So Kenya naweza sema the rest of the vigilant jaribu
Jerry, una break watu wakusikii vizuri. Sorry. Sijui kama uko mbali na mic kama connection ni shida kidogo.
Let me help. Wewe nimsaidie kidogo. Irene. Okay. Irene, mute the page yenye uko kwa YouTube. Mute it ama ufunge utumie StreamYard pekee. Because the echo is coming back from the YouTube page. That's not me. Use the StreamYard pekee.
Uko sawa Irene? Ama tuende kwa Mama Mary bado sasa zile unafix hiyo ninio. Haya, Mama Mary, take the mic. Tutarudi kwa Irene while she's fixing that.
Asante tena, na nataka kuambia keep. Can you recruit me? Can you convince me about Karua? Right now I have nobody in my mind. Sijapata mtu yoyote ambaye ameniridhisha roho yangu, kwa sababu nakumbuka mimi njia yangu ile ilipotea, ilikuwa doom. So for now I have nothing I can talk about except talking about what the country is going through. Sina mtu ambaye nimesimama naye unless something changes. My heart is just for my country, whereby we can get somebody who can stand for the country and give us hope. Sababu right now we don't have hope with the current regime. Sababu hawa ni watu ambao hawawezi hata kupea watoto chakula. Watakula hata chakula ya watoto hawana haja. It's very dangerous, the situation we are in. Na unaona ni kama mzaha na mchezo mkubwa sana hao watu wanacheza. when they know they have done wrong, instead of keeping quiet and know how to rectify where they have gone wrong, they still, stir more fire. They bring more kiburi ya kuonyeshana hata kama tumekosea, we don't care. Surely, you cannot lead people with that kind of character. Hatuwezi kubali ati ukitukosea sisi ndio tutasema sorry, wewe hutasema sorry. Or you are not going to change, we are the one to change. What are we changing? We are okay as we are Kenyans, but you are the one who is making us feel that we are not okay. And that one we will fight until the last minute. So we are not going to accept how things are going just because unatuambia mambo ile unatuambia na mdomo. We want action. Actions speak louder than words. What you are doing to us is so outrageous, something that we cannot even sit back and relax. Kenya yetu haikuwa hivi miaka iliyopita, miaka miwili iliyopita. At least those other years, people were able to move around, doing something and making something. But now people are not able. Unafurusha watoto wetu nje ya nchi, sijui waende wakafanye nini. It is shameful. We need somebody who can stand with us. Na si yeye aseme ati sisi tumfuate, ni afuate sisi. Like what people were saying, Gachagua is not that we are following him. He is following wananchi. So he is listening to people, what people want. And that is the trend. That is what we want. Because we are the majority, we are the people, we have the power. But it has been disintegrated by this regime, fake regime. Kila kitu imeharibiwa. Na hii destruction itaendelea hivyo. I don't know how, until when. So it's us to see that we get somebody. Let's forget about sycophants. Shauri yao, they are very few. Very few. Because later on, sycophants changed their mind and they said, we were lost. We didn't think twice when we did whatever they did, electing somebody who has no mercy, no moral. Mtu ambaye hata hafikiri maisha ya mtu ni iko faida gani. So for me, I am just saying, convince me to get to go across. Ni cross barabara, ni kuje pandi yako. But I know we have time to go, but the earlier the better. So we want to have our mindset that we want somebody with integrity. Hatutaki, unajua hata kunaweza fika pahali tuseme we want somebody with wisdom, not about education. Sasa hawa kwa sababu wamesoma, wamekuwa na PhD, what are they helping us? Hata hawataki watoto wetu wafike hapo wamefika. Hawana haja na masomo, wameharibu. So what kind of PhD somebody has useful to us? Nothing. Tunataka mtu ambaye ako na utu, mtu ambaye ako ready kusaidia nchi, and then we get proud of him simply because his work will be seen. Hakuna pahali atajificha akifanya mazuri, na hakuna pahali utajificha ukifanya mabaya. So it is the same. You do good, we appraise you. You do bad, we condone you. We don't condone you. Tunasahau habari yako na tunakusakanya kabisa. Yote yale Ruto anafanyiwa ni yeye ame-invite. You have invited all these things. If only you are doing good, hata mtu akijaribu kutoa mabaya, tunaweza mkomesha. Tunaweza mkemea na tumwambie no, that is not the route. But now, what are we facing? We are being faced with a lot of corruption, a lot of troubles, problems in Kenya. Everything has gone haywire. Everything is not working. And you expect us to not to raise our voices? That will not happen. We want our country stand. Whoever comes greater than what we have, that is what will go. for. We are not favoring anybody. We want somebody who stands for the country, ambapo ako ready kufanya kazi na sisi, sababu sisi tunafanya kazi zetu na hatuwezi kuwa tunafanya kazi zetu alafu tunanyanyaswa, alafu zinaharibiwa, and you expect us to respect you back. Never. That will never happen. Respect is earned, and that is what we are looking for. Kwa hivyo convince me, I'm ready, I'm open. Mimi sina mtu ambaye ninafuata, na ningependa kusikia maoni yako vile unaweza kutufuruta tuje pandi yako. Asante sana. Thank you for the chance.
Thank you for your submission. Okay, tutaenda Irene alafu tuenda Kip alafu K. That's basically our last rounds kind of. So Irene, sijui kama microphone yako bado iko na shida ama uko sawa? Hebu tuone. I'll try to unmute you. Hebu unmute Irene Jerry. Okay, ni kama bado wako na shida kidogo. Sawa, Kip, umeambiwa hapo. Unaona people are thirsty, are looking for somebody, leader ambao they can rally around or whatever the case is. So mimi nimekuambia the invitation is open. Mimi nitakuwa hapa hata ukileta ninio the her deputy
Vice B.
Like I said, I'll be very civil. Tamuuliza maswali, then people decide, because he doesn't have to convince me. Basically, anaweza convince the people who are listening and the people who are watching this channel and other channels, whatever the case is. But we'll have an interaction. At least we have a civil conversation. Endelea Kip.
Unajua Martha Karua, kwanza some of you knew during Moi regime. Si
Yes.
alikuwa pivotal kwa hii kitu ya multi-parties. She was one of them. Akakuwa Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Kwanza ni mtu wa katiba kabisa. The other thing is she's always been committed to human rights. Ukiona hizo movement zake zote, especially for women and children, both as a politician and as a lawyer. Anakuanga hivyo. Ukiona akikimbia huko Uganda, it's because she invited this person, and a sovereign nation should not just be allowing people to be kidnapped from your country. Yani Ruto alikubalia hiyo ya happen. She's gone since she's the one who defended, she's the one who invited this person. Enjo anaenda huko kupigana, and she's rallied around all East African people within the judicial, the respectful judicial places. Wamekuja kumsaidia kufanya hiki kitu. So you can see, this is besides her gender, by the way. I'm not pushing her gender towards this, but she's always fought for gender equality and women representation in leadership. So mimi nakwambia kwamba ukimuita iron leader, there is a reason for calling her an iron leader. Unajua alitoka kwa hiyo nini, what do you call it, in 2009 she resigned as Justice Minister because of lack of commitment to judicial reforms. That is why when she was running for Raila, she wanted to take 2 ministries. So she was going to be Deputy President of Kenya and also take the Ministry of Justice, so that she can come and call out corruption and malpractices in Kenya. So mi nakwambia hapa, na Kenya is the place to be in. As for the BAT and the why she defended Kibaki, hiyo tutakuja tutaongea another day and discuss that in depth, and you can ask as many questions as to pertain to that when I bring the vice chair of the company of the party here, because I really think she's our last hope, while the rest of people like Kenya Revolution, other people can look for alternatives other than Ruto and Raila, other than, because mi nikianza kufikia mtu anakuongea juu ya ODM coming to talk to other people, because remember, na Kenya sacrificed a lot of their seats because of Jubilee. Tulikuja hapa just to join the coalition. Yes, we were told.
No, I'm not disputing that. Niko kukuuliza, was she in alikuwa na support nini government ya Uhuru? Was she support?
No, it's not about the government of Uhuru. It was a deal. So during the coalition, unaambiwa, you remember the Wiper leaders that were in Nairobi, there were Jubilee, there were NAC, they went and negotiated to have a non-contest. Do you understand? So that they can go against, which was, this is why I think even now, coming to think about it now, coalitions before elections are stupid. They're dumb. You go do your thing. Go on. You're about to ask something.
No, the where I was going with it is, okay, I wonder what she felt, what was her position kwa ile nini handshake ya Uhuru and Raila Odinga. Because majority of people felt Raila aliwangusha 2007. She was against it, okay.
Yes,
so that's why I'm like, okay, if she was against it, why agree to become deputy to this non-con man, Raila Odinga?
Again, we did not know that. That is why, remember, the other coalition, but I did not join NAK Kenya then. The other coalition that she was forming with Kalonzo, One Kenya Alliance, was breaking down because Kalonzo had was swinging his whatever to everybody that he wants to run it. Remember, it was Martha's idea to form this thing. Then this other guy was like, no, I'm the stronger one. I should be the presidential candidate. So she was approached by Raila. It's not the other way around. She was approached by Raila. By then, I was supporting Raila, not ODM. This is one thing people should always remember. I was following Raila because I've always known ODM as being a very, very corrupt party, because the people, the MPs, MCAs, or whatever it is that the people want are not. It is just like UDA, you have to buy your position. So she was approached by Raila, and it was a good opportunity because the popularity of Raila was quite immense. And being given that to play second fiddle it looked attractive. Let's not mince words there. We all saw Raila's popularity, and it was, it is what it is. But now, sisi tutaenda peke yetu. Mtu analia. Oh, in trouble, bro. You're in trouble.
But I mean, this is a good conversation. I like this Martha Karua Ninio. Let's examine her. If you bring Nanio tutamuliza maswali and they'll answer. Like I said, me, I'm non-judgmental. Yes, I'm judgmental. Likizungumza peke yangu. But I'll ask the questions. I'll be fair. Atoe maoni yake. Hata mi uletanga wakina captain hapa waseme mambo ya Ruto. Give everyone a voice. Wazungumze vile.
Captain doesn't like Ruto. Captain alikuwa mgonjwa, amepona.
Yeye uniletea watu wa ninio. Yeye uniletea watu wa UDA hapa tunagombana kidogo, but I miss him. I don't know where he is. He's funny as hell. But anyway, KK, wrap it up for me so nifunge vile na nimeambiwa hapa mtoto analia. But KK, nice seeing you too. Hebu niambie maoni yako.
I think
nilienda kulala. Oh, sorry.
No. Hawajanipata bado. Watanitafuta bado. Anyways. So anyways, I think we have to be very sober in this conversation we are having. You have to be very sober. Where I sit, we will not recycle people. Keep might be fair with Martha, but we will not worship fake gods in our country anymore. That ship has sailed and is gone. Kila mtu. Martha is 60 years old. We have potential of Gen Z's, smart, intellectual people who can guide our country to the future. So I say here tonight, we will not recycle anymore. Watu wende nyumbani kama mother ni lawyer, aende atafute nini kazi kama lawyer. If we had a fair election between Ruto and Martha Karua, all of us would vote for Martha Karua. It's a fair assessment. But we have to be objective. We have to be very objective. For you to change a country, you do not recycle. You do not keep the same people who are part of the problem ever. I can guarantee you, Mama Mary ako hapa na watoto. You have somebody who is intelligent, smart people, goodwill. Those are the people that we will vote for moving forward. And all of them have to be vetted. Any wealth they have to prove it. Na tuache hii mchezo. Hii mchezo ni... I don't understand why people play with people's minds. Watuache mchezo. Our country is so big. We have geniuses amongst ourselves. Those are the people who will lead our country.
All right.
We are recycling.
All right.
And I say it.
All right. Mary, uko na nini, any word of encouragement ama kitu yote nataka kuongezea kabla nifunge?
Yeah, I can add, I can put some favor. I mean, what is it called? Flavor on Kip's statement that Karua in the final days alisema vizuri sana ati Raila has not been honest, has not been telling them the truth. Kwa hivyo ilifika kiwango hata kama Raila alijificha sana na hawa watu wa Azimio, alirudi kuonekana kweli kabisa si mtu straight. Karua said that. So it's just the same as us, the way we were conned and followed the person with passion ati yeye anaweza badilisha. By the way, mi nilikuwa naongea kabisa from my heart ati labda tunaweza regret sana why we did not elect Raila. Maybe our country would have changed to a better state. But you see, you have to give somebody time to know who the person is. And that is what happened. So now we came to realize, oh my gosh, so this is what we were following. It's not something that is fruitful. Kwa hivyo, mimi bado niko sijaegemea upande wowote. Mimi na ngoja tu nisikie roho yangu imebanduka, imeingia pahali fulani, na hiyo ndio nitafuata. So we still have time to think about, we still have time to be convinced. Na mimi, my mind, my heart is open to someone who I feel really this person stands with our country. I love my country passionately. I love my country. My motherland is Kenya. And that is where I belong. Mimi sisemi na mzaha. In fact, I love my country very much. I've visited not many countries, but as far as I have gone, several places, I have come to realize west or east, home is best. And that is what I can say today. Asante kwa kunisikiza.
By the way, Mama Mary,
good luck.
By the way, Mary, kabla hujaenda, I want to personally thank you for coming to my channel. I first tulikuwa tuna argue kwa Mtembei, tulikuwa tuna chapana kweli kweli hata kwa so but it's wonderful. You see, we are coming together after kugombana nio, but thank you very much for blessing my channel kuja hapa hivi. So we'll I'll give you 2 points for bringing Mama Mary na watu wengine hapa. So yeah, keep anything to add before nimalize. Kama uko na date ya kuleta nani hapa, nitakuwa hapa hiyo siku, nitavaa suti ya shilingi 1600 ya Conman Raila Odinga. Anyway, I'm just joking. Endelea. Finish up.
Kama Kasma. Waka Kasma, bro. Unaweza kafua na Kasma ni suit.
I keep funga.
For every 5 people I bring to your channel, to give me $5, huh?
Sawa. Wakisubscribe na washare na nini online.
Watu wa 527 shillings, huh?
Gypsy was on your case.
Montana. But Mama Mary, thank you. I will talk to you again personally about joining NAK Kenya. And Gypsy Corner, mini kona, you're going to like Martha Karua.
We wachana Gypsy. Gypsy Corner ni Murima kwangu. Ukiguzi Murima, usiguze Gypsy. Ani na Gypsy Corner.
I'll send Annie.
Bado
I'll
ajui.
send Annie to. I will send Annie to Gypsy Corner immediately. Annie will
Wako
come
timu moja. But anyway, thank you guys. Gypsy is a soldier. Hata Ani awache kupotea, nitawaletea captain, wangoja nitampigia simu kesho mtajua. But anyway guys, thank you so much for being in this show. Made me lively. I didn't know I would go 2 hours, almost 3 hours. So thank you so much, Mama Mary, as usual. That is as usual for coming in first time. KK kama kawaida, wache kupotea, keep hata wewe. Unieleze, we'll continue talking about Neo. But thank you so much everyone. I have to leave. Annie, Joseph, Gypsy, Laban, Ata, Simba, Pia. Everyone, thank you for being part of it. I will see you guys tomorrow or the next time I'll be live. Thank you so much. Have a good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are. Tuonane next time. Peace and blessings. Thank you.
Be blessed.
You too. Thanks.